Welcome to Skottie Talk with Tyler and Dustin. I am Dustin, as always. Tyler is way up top there in the box. And we have two very special guests tonight, the one and only Mel Milton and the one and only Chris Peden. I see that Mel put his full name, Chris chopped off the P. I like that. So we're good to go. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me.
I was like, this is starting off great. I was worried.
I only did the P because I get called That Boy Crisp comics so many times.
Is that?
Yeah, because of the crisp, yeah.
My last name starts with P, so it's Chris P.
Yeah, and for any of y'all not familiar with either of these gentlemen, Mel Milton, you need to check out his work. Incredible artist, as you'll see later on. And Chris Peden, who's the owner of That Boy Crisp Comics, who up until a few weeks ago, I thought it was That Boy Crisp. And I was thinking I heard like a bacon sizzling whenever I saw the name in my head. So I am so glad that you told me your last name was Peden. And so that makes it's such a cool logo that you got. How did you come up with the logo that we're about to see here in a few minutes?
I actually hand drew it.
Really?
It was the first thing I drew in probably since I was 12, and then had a company digitize it for me because
that's awesome.
I didn't have Mel at my right hand at the time. Otherwise, I would have just said, Mel, draw me one.
I know you his fun self-portraits. I always love the artist self-portraits. It's always super fun to see. So
if I can find it, the hand drawn, I'll show it off here in a little bit.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, we ask the hard-hitting questions here at Skottie Talk.
Here we go. Let's see. I'm trying to.
Now I'm going to make him draw every show I go to.
I love it. Remark.
Once you see this.
Oh, you can't.
Look at that.
I love it. And you incorporated That Boy Chris with that's.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
Yeah, it had been a minute, but let's see if I can get in the chat.
That's what I love. That's what I love about the art bug. Like when it just hits, and even if you hadn't done it in years, you were like, you wanted that logo, you wanted to draw it yourself, so you did it. So
yes, we did upgrade the slides. For anybody new to the show, Tyler has done a lot of work in upgrading. So yeah. And Scaff is crediting. He said that you just drew a picture of him, Chris. He's spelling it out. So.
No, you can see there's no hair on top, Scaff.
Yeah, that boy. I thought it said that boy Scaff. Yeah.
No hair.
Oh wait.
All right, there we go. I'm in the chat finally.
Okay. And Mel, if you pull it up on YouTube too, if you have a separate, you can see the chat. If not, we'll try to post highlights from it. So.
Okay.
The second link I sent you for the YouTube that can pull up the show live, so you can kind of see what other people are saying if you want to. If not, we'll highlight some of those.
Yeah, you don't have.
I probably if Skeph's in there, I probably don't want to see any.
You
of that.
do not. No. He's a spammer.
Right.
But welcome to episode 70. This is our first February episode. Tyler has retooled the format a little bit more, so you'll see slight improvements every week because Tyler is a perfectionist.
That's the hope.
And he does a wonderful job on this. I give him kudos.
Thank you.
But I could brag on Tyler all night, but that's not what we're having our show for.
Yeah.
We've got Mel Milton, 17.3 thousand YouTube subscribers, which we had just talked about that prior to us going live, Mel. So that number may be dropping as we speak.
I'll give you the details on that one here in a sec.
Okay. 282,000 Instagram followers, which is a huge number. That's we said that whenever Derek Loffman is in the 100,000s as well, and I mean I think I've got 204 followers, so to have 282,000 is pretty incredible. That's got to be quite a feat.
It's all lies, dude. It's all
too modest.
Numbers are pumped up, exactly. Yeah.
And the two gentlemen in the picture there are, of course, Mel and Chris. And Chris, I put estimated October 2023. I think it actually predates that a little bit based upon our text messaging that we have. But we'll get a little bit more into the history of your comic shop and what brought that about later on in the show. But both of you all have fascinating stories. So,
man,
we're going to do some digging. So,
Not too deep.
Not too deep.
Right.
No, it's surface level, on the surface. That's all we do. But first and foremost, as we do every time we have new guests on, we got to open up the club. Welcome to the club, Mel and Chris, the
Yay.
certified good buddy Skottie Talk Club. Congratulations, and we're sorry. Is our motto for that. So,
That may be reversed after you get done talking with me.
no, it won't be on our end. It'll be on your end if it's reversed. So,
Yeah, you don't have to accept it. Yeah.
yeah, but once you appear on the show, you are referred to as a good buddy for the rest of your
All
life.
right.
So we're right there. So,
Well, thank you.
oh, no problem. No problem.
I was gonna say, yeah. Speaking of Skeff's, already making some jabs in the comments. So
Oh, are we going to see that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well
He was
played.
the first one to point it out. I was
Everyone.
like, I'll pick the one with my eyes closed because no one will zoom in on me. And then Skeff zooms in.
Skeff's like, hold up, wait a minute. I read that comment. I was like, man, Skeff being Skeff.
Yeah,
bless
well,
him, bless his
I
heart.
had two options for that picture: Nick's eyes being closed or mine. So
You
I
chose
we'll go with
wisely.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it upon yourself. Yeah, that's understandable.
And Nick looked tired. He looked tired. And I wonder how many books he signed over that period of a few days there with Felix and the signings that he was doing.
That was the morning of day 3,
Mm-hmm.
and day 4 and 5 were all CGC signing.
Holy cow.
Wow.
And that's the remarks and everything else to go along with that.
Yeah,
So,
signatures, remarks, everything for CGC was day 4 and 5.
wow.
So I'm
That's
sure
a
by
lot,
5
man.
he was done.
Whew,
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's a marathon. But we're going to go way back. Way
Oh,
back.
God.
With, that's a good sign when Mel goes, oh, God, when he sees Van Helsing pop up there.
That's generally the response we get when we have artists
Yeah.
on of like, oh no, why are you?
Yeah. I don't even remember doing that. I think one artist
Right.
said before. So.
Right? That's why I'm gonna be surprised at every turn. I'm like, oh God, am I ready for this?
Yeah, well, Mel, I will say, looking at your LinkedIn page, which is one of the things we do when we have guests on, you have like the most positive reviews on your LinkedIn page of like I think any artist I've ever looked at. Like everybody was bragging on you and how great of a not Chris was said that earlier, before you got on, but everybody was so complimentary of you and the work you do and just the person you are. So
Yeah, and that goes all my money. I'm gonna send checks to everybody. What the hell?
So this Van Helsing game, what exactly because Tyler, we didn't really get to introduce that. I'm the boring accounting of the group. Tyler is a, video game designer. He worked video game design. So I saw this, I was like, wonder what Mel, like what part did you do with the development of like Van Helsing and the other games that you worked on?
All the menu stuff, all the user interface
yeah.
stuff, all the weapon HUD and all that was me and one programmer. So it was
Oh wow.
right. So it was what's funny was that was like my foot in the door, but I wasn't supposed to be on that job.
Oh,
So
really?
so what was funny is I applied to that place like I was doing web design prior to that, and I was like met my wife and we both worked in the same building, and I was like, before we get married, I was like, I just want to try and give a shot to try to be a professional artist. And then I find out in Utah there's like all these video game studios, and this one happened to be right up the street from me. So I was like, okay, from that moment on, I was like, I want to get my foot into the door to there. So that was like my goal. So that was in 2000. I made the decision, and I knew nothing of video games. I knew nothing of art. I mean, I drew, but that was it. So I got me a hacked version of 3D Studio Max, and I used the rig and I did like a jumping jack. It was like this horrible animation. I panned the camera across it. It looked really stupid. And then I sent a whole bunch of drawings. I didn't know they were hiring at the time. I just like, if you ever wanted to put somebody, like give somebody a shot, like I'd be willing to learn whatever. I just always wanted to be, in art. And so I put it in, and my girlfriend at the time, she's like, "Do you know they were hiring?" And I didn't, or I wouldn't have put in for it. Like seriously, because I was like, I knew I had no talent. I knew I didn't have very much. So I was like a month later, I get a call for an interview. And my background, I have a 10th grade education. I used to be homeless. I was a drug addict. So being an artist was something that I not thought would never happen. So, like I said, I never thought I'd get married. So when I met my wife, I was like, well, what if I would have tried to be an artist? So the guy calls me up for an interview, and I remember I was just like, woo! So I go into this place, and I shake the guy's hand, and I'm like, you don't have to say, anything. I just thought even getting an interview was something I never thought would happen.
Yeah.
And I was 33 at the time. And so he was like, like, wow, you have all this energy. And by the end of the conversation, he's like, I'm just looking to see who's out there. He's like, I'm not supposed to hire. I'm just kind of getting a feel of talent that's local. He's all, I wish I could hire you right now. Cause he's like, you're what this industry needs. And at the time I didn't care. I was just like, I got an interview, and then about a month later, he calls me up and he's like, look, this is going to suck. But he's like, I'll offer you a position as a concept artist. It only pays $5 an hour. That's all I could budget for you. I didn't hear any of that. I just heard I got my foot in the door. So I was like, yes. And so I worked on this project, and I hated having a web design background. I hated design. I was like, I want to be an artist. I want to work with characters. And so I worked on a project, helped him out, and I created this multimedia CD for pitches. And they're like, oh, wow, this is awesome, But the pitch that I was on didn't go. So we're going to have to lay you off. Unless you take this job on the Van Helsing team as an interface designer. And he knew I hated design. But he's like, but this is your foot in the door. You can have a full-time job. You'll have a steady work. So I took the work. And so Van Helsing was like the bane of my existence. $5 an hour. My first check after a month was $35. My wife was like, we're never getting married. Like,
That's a deal breaker.
Right?
Yeah, Jerry said, wow, back then web design was work. Because this was in between the 2000, 2003 era, I think, when Van Helsing
was in the heyday. This was in the heyday of internet. So it was like I was making really good money in internet and taught myself like web design and all that. And but again, like I always, the job was soul sucking, and I was like, what? But if I would have been an artist, like, what kind of life would I have? And it's like, before I get married, I'm like, how do I want my kids to look at me? So like to have Van Helsing, like I was like, I love the game way more, way more than the movie. Like the game was awesome, but I'd sit with all the character designers and all the concept artists and be like, oh my God. And these guys were like, had been in the industry since they were like 15. So they're looking at this old dude like, oh my God, show me what you're doing. And I was like, always everywhere else but my desk, trying to figure out how do I cross over? How do I make that transition into So yeah, there's my story of Van Helsing.
Oh, that's a good story.
It was great to hear, though. It hurt my heart to say that you didn't enjoy the movie, because I absolutely love.
No, Tyler.
No.
It's fair, Mel. It's fair.
If I go back and watch it now, well, like I had, like The Mummy was so good, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
Fraser,
right. So I was like, okay, this will be like The Mummy. I just wasn't impressed with the bad guy and the way. I loved Van Helsing as a character. I loved the aesthetic of it. And like the thing that I had in my mind when we were working on the game, I don't know if you guys have played the game, but the game was pretty. It was like what was it? It was quite like what's the one? Devil May Cry. So it was a lot like Devil May Cry, right? Yeah. And there was like lots of like, I remember there was concepts that I remember my buddies worked on that ended up getting into the movie, like the Gatling gun. I think it was
the steak Gatling gun.
Yeah. So that wasn't in, like, the concept guys came up with that and they brought it into the movie. So there was like these, and then like I said, we got to see, it was the first time I got to see like behind the curtains, and I was like just starstruck, like with all the stuff that we got to see before. And so in my mind, I built it up like, oh, this is going to be so awesome. Like The Mummy was so awesome. And, watching it in theater, I was like, oh, this is This is
No,
not what I was
get it.
expecting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a enjoyable bad movie.
Yeah.
Whereas Mummy, like you said, is a genuinely good action flick for what it was. Yeah, Wolverine's
Wolverine's-
European
I don't know.
vacation.
Well played,
yeah.
Jerry. Well played,
Right.
Jerry.
Right.
Scaff wanted to know if you got to meet Hugh Jackman and how lovely
No,
he
heck
was.
no.
So, okay,
Hell no.
that's,
Yeah,
Scaff,
he
of
came
course.
aboard the studio and checked out the game. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was sad too because they were all like they were gonna make this whole universe from it. We were already
Yeah.
prepped to do Van Helsing 2, like, and then just the movie just went
Flopped.
like,
Yeah.
wow. So it was devastating. It was devastating because like I said, it was my foot in the door, and so after that project ended, I was like, what am I gonna do?
So I think CGC will like encapsulate games now.
Yeah.
So if you bring this to any of the shows Mel's going to be at, he will sign it,
Right.
and CGC can encapsulate it. So I
And
didn't really.
there's an Easter egg in there, like because like me and the programmer I worked with, like he would step over me and like change my designs. Like I would give him stuff, but because I couldn't put stuff into the game, he'd be like, "Oh, I'll just take." But he was a programmer, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" So we always had conflict, and everybody knew our conflict. So there's one area in the game that there's tombstones. So there's all these.
Yeah.
There's a graveyard and there's tombstones, and on there's one tombstone in there that says, "Here lies Mel for the death of killing Aaron Knowles with 6 bullets in the head." So it was like me killing. It was my tombstone, but I had already got I got killed because I hunted him down and put 6 bullets in him. So
That's great. I love that. I love stuff
Right.
like that. Yeah, being able to kind of
Right.
put your own little touch and stuff. So
right. It was funny to me because I didn't know they did that until after I played the game, and everybody comes up and like, "Hey Mel, when you get to the what you call it, you should check out the tombstones." And I cracked up because like every morning, like I liked the guy, but he was total opposite of an artist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was like, I'm gonna. So that they put that in there, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes. So I thought Scaff brought up a good point. The next time we're going to be live streaming Van Helsing, kind of like how we're going to do Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. We talked about that for 20 minutes one show.
That is
It's
true,
like,
yeah.
man, we're going to get 40 minutes into Van Helsing, and
Right,
Mel's going to be
Van
like, Mel's going to be like, I got to go now, guys. This is talked about no art.
Corner plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll kind of jump over to the next thing here because this was
yeah.
the next thing on LinkedIn was the animation. Actually, I think we read this in an article, the animation mentor program
Yeah.
Yes.
that you started in 2005. And do you remember who your one-on-one mentorship was? Do you still have a?
Oh, it was all a whole bunch of them. So
Oh, was it?
like
Okay.
so each semester we had somebody different, and it was pretty cool. So like so after Van Helsing wrapped, a lot of the guys left the studios and went up to another studio up Salt Lake that was one of the bigger ones. But we'll get into that. And so I was like, well, what can I do? I stayed on. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try out animate. One of the animators was like, he was already, but he tried the school out. It was the first one, so I tried the second graduating group, just so because I was gonna go to Vancouver Film School to try to learn like more about animation and building stuff. And this was a really much cheaper way to learn one focused thing. So I took this thinking, okay, animation. I always wanted to be an animator. But I was like, I don't draw good enough to do 2D animation. So I was like, maybe 3D animation will be the way. And I really sucked.
I was trying to count the years back, Mel, because this started in 2005,
Yeah.
and their website was talking about like how many years they'd been around for and all the different programs they offered. And I thought you must have got in really on the ground floor, or like you said,
Yeah,
you were
early,
one of
yeah.
the first groups to start this off. So it looks like it's been really successful since
Yeah.
then.
Second graduating group. And it was,
Wow.
like I said, it was like the mentors were like, it was pretty crazy. But what was funny was, because I had like Pixar mentors, Disney, like one of my mentors on story was Dean Wells, who's like a director over at Disney, Disney
wow.
feature, right? And so it was funny but the person who had the most impact on me, his name was Justin Barrett, and at the studio he was at was it was one of the smaller with real effects. And I remember everybody always wanted like a Pixar, like one of the bigger guys. And I got to Justin, and I even did the same thing. I was like, "Who's this guy? I don't know real effects. What?" But he was like the most down to earth. Like before that, he was like a a goat farmer. He milked goats. Like he had all these weird kind of experiences that made me think, oh, that's really what animation is about, is taking these fun experiences and making them, but all the other mentors were like, tell you about what it was like to be at the studios, and you would get enamored with that part of it rather than the reasoning, much more so, at least for me. I was
Yeah.
again starstruck. So but animation mentor was such a phenomenal experience for me. And so yeah, that was my trade-off of I can't draw. Now I'm animating.
Well, it's awesome too because and we can talk about it later because I have a promo for it. But now you're teaching your own course with Aaron Blaze, who is a Disney director, and you get
Weird,
to teach
right?
yeah, so it's like it's
Full
kind of
circle.
comes full circle, which is really cool. So
Yes.
So-
And so it's been weird because again, I always wanted to be a 2D animator, and then to have some of my close friends now being from that world, it's
Yeah.
like, holy crap, like I said, I was at Aaron's house, and
Yeah.
we watched he watched Eyes of Wakanda. I hadn't seen it, but he watched with me something that I had my characters running around on the screen. It was kind of humbling in that moment, like, whoa, that was weird.
It would be, yeah, to watch something like that with him. We got to watch Brother Bear with him, but that was watching his
Yeah.
work. So like, oh, we love this. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, to watch
Yeah.
your own work with,
Oh,
like somebody like that. Yeah, I'm sure it was,
Right.
like you said, an experience. So
yeah, he's magical. He's a magical guy.
he's such
Yeah.
a nice guy. He's such a great guy. So
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, he's just like when I first met, like we met online, like he was just like, I'm a fan of you, Mel, and I was like, whoa, that's weird. Like again, because
Good feeling.
Yeah.
even still to this day, when people are like, oh man, I really love your work, I'm all like, it's not work, it's my hobby. It's like
Yeah.
like somebody saying, hey, I really love jogging, right? And somebody coming like, hey,
Yeah.
I really like your shoes. It just sounds weird to me, but I get what they're saying but I don't see, like, I still see me as me when I first, like, man, I just want to get good. I want to feel that magic that I had when I was younger about the drawing. So
Well, I love
Yeah.
it because the way you talk about in other interviews, and it's funny because I started something with you that I'm going to carry over to other people. Is I would write notes and stuff, but I've got what I've called nuggets, and it's a list of things I just gleaned from your interviews. I was like, man, these are just such great nuggets of wisdom or your inspiration, and stuff. And so I like the way that you said that you wanted to be the person that you would have wanted to. You want to be the artist that you would have wanted to have met when you were
Yes.
younger, kind of a
Yes.
deal, which was just really nice. Really great way of putting it. So,
and I don't, and I usually tell, especially like going to conventions, like I always want to tell people, because I remember again, the first time I saw an artist behind the table drawing, and it was like, you can do that for a living. San Diego, I went to San Diego Comic-Con in '91. I volunteered for it. I didn't even know what the hell it was. And I just remember the feeling that I got standing and talking with artists, going like, holy crap, like this is a thing, like, and the awe and the just that feeling. So now, being in a spot where I'm on the other side of the table, I can see it in somebody's eyes who's like, how do I get there?
Yeah.
And and again, what I looked at, I just bury my head. I'm not looking at there. I'm looking at where I'm at, celebrate where I'm at, look for what can I add value wise. But my goal, like I said, I can only see the person through somebody else's eyes. Like when somebody reacts to me in a way, like I did back all those days, that's just my direction to be able to show me I'm going down the right path. But I'll
Yeah.
never see that artist. I'll never see that guy. And I'm okay with that, but I can get glimpses of it through other people. So when I always tell artists, like, you should be the person you're trying to be, because there were so many years that I sat there and I was like, I want to be like this artist. I want to be as good as this artist. When in fact, when I woke up that one day and was like, holy crap, it's good to be me, not like in an egotistical, I'm better than somebody, but that I'm like, I'm giving something to myself first, that's something better, that somebody else,
Yeah.
like my family, can see that I have a smile on my face, you know, that I don't talk about all the negative stuff. I bring something more so that my environment is a little bit more special to me and those around me. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's much more than
Yeah.
just the art.
No, and again, I know it's funny because I continue to bring up the nuggets. But I love that you said that it's not about the great art, but the great person that comes from that art. And again,
Yeah.
it's just such a, and I love that about hearing you talk and hearing you, during other interviews and stuff, just again, that personality shining so brightly through. Cause like you said, that truly is what creativity is and what sets creativity in my mind different from other, industries or, different types of jobs, is that it's so personal. Art is so personal and creative that you're putting yourself out on the page or, on the screen or whatever it is, you kind of do in a creative capacity. It's different from something that's more streamlined and you get there and clock in and, kind of do stuff. It varies greatly from day to day and it, depends on your mood and all that kind of stuff. But I just love that you brought that to who you are as an artist and giving that, like you said, back to other people who are wanting to become artists, focusing less so on the specifics of what school and tools and all that stuff. It's more so just like, well, you need to, focus on who you are as a person, and then you'll be able to figure out where to go from there, kind of a deal. So,
Well, that's what I said. It's like art is just choice. What do I do with a line? What do I do with color? What do I do with the shape? But I'm trying to express something. And then again, through my own journey, I'm like, I just took things that I loved, right? And I was like, what can I add? What choice can I make today? And so when I find somebody who's like, hey, Mel, give me some advice or teach me something, it's like, dude, you are missing out on your greatest mentor. It's you.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we all get caught up in, I want this knowledge, I want this knowledge, I want this knowledge. But it's not knowledge that you're looking for, it's wisdom. And wisdom comes through, you have to get wisdom through experience. And so it's like, just plan your experiences. What are the experiences you want? And it becomes harder when you're like, I need to take care of a family, or I need to make this a job. It changes the way you make decisions. But can you make those decisions the same way when everything's going to crap that you would when everything's going good? And so, like I would tell people, my career, if I rolled it out and showed everybody my career, it would be like 2/3 of it was complete dog shit. But there's 1/3 of it was so magical. If I bottled it up and I gave it to some, everybody would be hooked, because then they would understand, right? It was like, yeah, there's a lot of pain. There was a lot of times where I cried. There was a lot of times I wanted to give up. But for the most part, I always go back. And I'm grateful for that kid who said, just go for it. Like, it's okay to be you. So when I meet people at conventions and I see them like, Mel, how do I navigate this? And, oh man, I'm afraid. And I'm like, that's the part that, it's every artist has to go through, that fear, through that uncertainty, through that. I still go through it, I haven't figured anything out. I still have to pay my bills. I still have to do stuff, but to have faith in myself to go, okay, I'm adding value to my art. I'm adding value to the people around me, and have enough faith to be able to say those things will take care of me, right? As long as I have faith in those things.
Absolutely.
No,
I'm gonna catch up. We got to brag on Mel a little bit because he's getting all kinds of good stuff in the comments here. Gyro Mike comment. Yeah, so get ready to. Yeah, Mel is amazing at cons. Really takes the time and talks to you. Such a great guy. That's Gyro Mike Comics.
Oh, thank you, Gyro Mike. I love you, my friend.
Brewski, you're gonna love Brewski too. I have a feeling. Love the genuine, good-natured, and compassionate energy that Mel brings to everywhere he goes. So
love you, Brewski. Thank you for that.
But then we have Skeff with not the Mel's foot modeling ? And I'm like, Skeff, what are we?
It's a different show.
That's my OnlyFans page.
Come on.
I gotta make money somehow.
Yeah. Skottie talk don't pay the bills, so we gotta give it somehow. So this is some of the character animation work that you did for Disney and Pixar. So Cars 2, Toy Story 3, and the Infinity Game. So
digging them up.
We are one at a time. We are building a pyramid here of your greatness. So, what did you do? Some of the similar work for this as that you picked up in the animation courses that you took, or what was your role in these?
So it's funny again. At the time, I'd already been looked at. Everybody that knew me was like, Mel's the interface guy, and I was trying to shed that. So once I graduated from Animation Mentor, I remember Disney Interactive was hitting me up all the time. Like all my friends were like, "Hey Mel, we want to get you on over here," and I'd be like, "Okay, like can you hire me?" And they're like, "Oh, we have an interface position," and I have to turn them down. I'm like, I don't want to be railroaded. I spent like 3 years, got my foot in the door. Now 3 years of having that door slammed on my foot was not fun. So when they asked twice. Like I had 2 people that called me from Disney Interactive saying, "Hey," and then finally they're like, "We'll give you a mix. We'll give you half concept artist and half character animator." So I was like, "Oh, that worked." So like to me, that was the first time like I made that crossover, and I was like, I've arrived, so to speak. And then I realized I sucked at both of those things.
No.
No. It was, and I learned a huge amount being over there. Like I worked with some of the most amazing animators and concept artists. Like I think I grew the most at that studio, like learning from those guys and picking their brains. Like all of a sudden it started to watch it in a production. Like I'd never seen it before. Like the first time I saw somebody, using reference, like I'd never used reference. I'm like, what are you doing? Like that's cheating. In my mind, I was like, you're cheaters. You're cheaters and liars. But I felt betrayed because I waited like everything. Like again, when you're younger, everybody's like, if you don't come out and have original ideas from your head, you're not a real artist, right? And then I also grew up in that stage where if you use computers, you're not a real artist. So like there was all this information, but then when I got to see it and started shedding a lot of my belief system, all of a sudden I started growing and then watching and going like, well, okay, look at what the concept artists are doing. I'm not different than them. I can take that information, but how can I make it my own? And the animators, I was like, oh man, animation helped me so much to understand form and what the body could do. And like, and then watching it helped me to analyze and observe. And I became more observant with this job because again, as an animator, it was like, I loved characters and I loved, how many different choices. Like it's weird. Like once I started getting into animation, like and I had friends go to like feature and stuff like that. My animator friends started going. I could see their shot. Like even though like, you watch a movie and everything seems coherent, I could see my friends. I'm like, oh, that's his shot. That's his shot. That's his. Just because you could see the personality and the choices, like being around somebody, like how they make choices, and it was like. And then sitting with story guys and learning story was like, oh man, it was like I said, one of my happier moments. But it was tough. It was it was tough, right? It wasn't.
I'm assuming this was during the energy drinks and coffee. Another interview. I'm sure that the how much you have to put in to get to what you need to get, kind of a deal.
Yeah, and I was older, so it like all the guys young. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start drinking Rock Stars, and I'd like having like 9 cans of those and a pot of coffee just to get through the day, And I was like, man, I'm gonna have a heart attack, and I'm like, I'm not young, And then my wife, she got pregnant on Cars 2, so like my daughter has a like production baby. I love
it. This is my favorite stuff.
She's got a production baby, and at the same time, I was working on a Smurfs book. I was hoping you guys don't pull that shit up because.
Oh man, I wish we.
Next slide.
That was terrible. I didn't even tell people about that crap, right? But
we do that.
We didn't go digging enough,
No.
Yeah.
We have now failed the show. I'm sorry.
No. So. That's all right. I was hoping not. But I was doing that at the same time as I was doing this. Like I got the Smurfs book I mean, they called me right after my daughter delivered. I was in the room
Wow.
with my wife, and I was like, "Oh, Smurfs, that's kind of cool." But I was like, I don't think I'm going to take it. And my wife's like, "Well, that's kind of cool that you grew up to it. So wouldn't that be kind of cool that it was like you got it on your daughter's birthday?" And so like I had all these new experiences. So from the outside, it seemed like, oh, I'm working on these great projects. New dad, moved in a brand new house. Things were coming at me like I'd never imagined before, and yet I was so miserable.
Yeah.
I was failing as a father, failing as a husband, failing on
Oh,
these projects, all of it. But on the
Yeah.
outside, everybody's like, "Man, Mel, like this has got to be magical for you." And I'm like, "What? Well, why aren't I enjoying this right now?"
Yeah.
Especially like I said, as soon as my daughter was born, it was really bad. And I was
yeah,
like, and then I realized it was like I was wearing somebody else's version of success,
Yeah.
and I was also afraid to lose. Like I never thought I could get that kind of success, and so I was always afraid. Oh, what happens when this goes away? Like afraid, like, and going to my friends, like, what do you do? What, like, if this doesn't work out, like, where do I go? So it was
Yeah.
yeah.
always fear.
Well, Scaff had a
No,
similar idea as I did. It was a Smurfing Big Adventure. It's available on
yeah,
Amazon. Came out in
it is.
2011. So, yeah,
Yeah,
Scaff had sent a message, and I was
thanks,
also
yeah,
I dropped the Amazon link if anybody wants to order the book.
yeah.
And
Well,
so
It
who
is
needs
terrible.
friends? Who
It
needs
is.
enemies when you've got friends like Scott?
that's
Right.
right.
And what's funny is I was like, I thought I did such a piss poor job on it. Like when they pitched to me, like I painted the first page, like, look, oh, this is how we want the book. And then, like I said, I was crunching on Cars 2, trying to move into our house. I was like burning the candle on both ends. It
Yeah.
was just, like horrible. And I remember everyone, like, my wife was like, you have to be home. Like, you're always gone. And it's like, because I had to commute. And then it was
Yeah.
like, I had to move all the stuff into the house by myself. It was like, dear God, like, and then like, because I had, it was like Sony and uh, uh, the publisher were like, this is terrible, and so it was like I was all directions. I was just
Yeah.
getting fired on, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it was horrible. So that when
Yeah.
that book came out, when the book came out, it was totally funny. I didn't even invoice them. I'm like, you don't have to even send me money. This thing is so terrible. And I remember we went to Target to go. My wife's like, oh, it's in Target. So I went to go pick up some for my family, and there was 3 kids, and they were all sharing one book, and they were looking at that book, and they were all super excited.
Wow.
And like it hit, like in that moment, it was like my wife was like, go tell them that that's your book. And I was like, no.
That's
I was
cool.
like, I didn't say that. I thought like that. I never imagined that there would ever be a moment that I could see it without somebody knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, Mom, I made this book, right? But to see it
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
wild, 3 kids sitting on the bottom part of the row, and they're all giddy and looking at it and sharing it was an experience. As much as I hate that book,
Yeah.
No, Mel, it's got all 4 and 5-star reviews on Amazon, and
I don't know how.
I'm posting reviews up here, and they're all like, it's colorful, it's art, it's
Ah,
so yeah, it's very high
That's one
praise.
remark.
dude,
So
I think my very first remark was a Smurf, but I did it for family,
Ah,
right?
oh,
I don't think I have one. I don't think like I might have some friends that have a Smurfs. I think I may
oh
have done like
gosh,
4 or 5 of them,
yeah.
but yeah.
Scaff beat me to it. I was going to say this about Scaff, and he beat me to the punch. Dustin is obviously Papa Smurf. I was like, you got to draw Scaff as a Smurf now with
Oh
the
man.
big beard. So
Oh yeah. Skeff Smurf. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it.
it just fits. It just fits. Your next book will be Scaff Smurf.
Yes, I'm doing it up.
Yeah, I
So
love it.
there's my Smurfs thing. All right.
And that's the end of our show. Thank you all for tuning in.
And I'm out. Bye.
Yeah. This is what we brought him on for, the Smurf talk. But you not only hit up all these other ones, but you've hit every studio, Bill. You've been around Nickelodeon, Image, Netflix, DC, and we've already talked about some of the other companies that you worked for. So,
Right.
I mean, just the breadth of your career is kind of all encompassing here. But is there one that you wish you'd have had more time with or developed a project with that you kind of have a regret for, or are you kind of satisfied with all the different?
What's funny is like because like if you would have asked me like when I was younger,
Yeah.
then it would be a different scenario, you know, because again, it was like to have those dream companies, you know, like I remember Sony was the first to call me up and say, "Hey, we want you to do character design," and I'd never done character design for them. Like I love drawing characters and I've animated characters, and I always dreamed about what it would be like to work on a cartoon. So Sony, I actually turned them down first.
Oh.
Like they were like, "Hey, do you want to do character designs?" I was like, "I can't." I was like, "I don't want that kind of pressure," you know. Like
Yeah.
I'm older now, and I was like, my skill set isn't built for that. Now again, but the little boy inside of me is like, "Oh my God, take that!" Right? And
Yeah.
so, and then I had like a week later, Ryan Meinerding. So he's the head of
Yeah. Marvel.
concepts over there at Marvel, you know, and he calls me. He's like, "Hey Mel, you want a character design position over at Marvel? We're starting up a new animation studio." And I was like, "What the, like,
Yeah.
dude?" I'm like, I'm such a big fan. Like I'm fanboying over him. He's like, "Mel, don't be silly. Like he's the nicest guy ever, right?" And I was gonna turn him down, but I was like, "Ryan, if you think I can do it, I'll do it." And he's like, "Mel, you got this." So it was like he just gave me the job, and I was like, "Wait, what? Like, how did that happen?" And then I remember getting in and working on a little bit of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know, like draw these characters up, and I was like, I almost fell apart because again, I wasn't ready. And then most of the guys that I'm working with are like, like they're showing me what people are coming up with, and I'm like, why am I here? Like I'm adding nothing to this, right?
Yeah,
These guys have been doing it for years and years and years, and it was supposed to be a 2-week contract, and they ended up hiring me on, and I was like how the hell did that happen? So then I was now a visual development artist. So like I said, now again, it wasn't something that I have no portfolio. I have no resume. I haven't applied for jobs since the Van Helsing job. Like again, like my friends at Disney Interactive called me up, "Hey Mel, do you want this job?" So every job I've had since Sapphire, it's been given to me. Like somebody's like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to do it." And they're like, "That's all right."
Yeah, you'll learn.
Okay,
Yeah.
right? You'll learn, right? And
That's a good position to be. That's a really good position to be in,
Yeah.
though. I mean, to have people
Right?
that think that highly of you to do that.
So it's been weird because again, like, because I started teaching again, a weird one. So the university right across the street from me, they're like, "Hey Mel, have you ever thought of teaching?" And I'm like, "I thought you can't teach unless you have I only have a 10th grade education." So I'm like,
Yeah.
"How can I teach?" And they're like, "Oh, you can be an adjunct. The students have been asking for you." And I'm like, "The students have been asking for me." Like, what? So I figured I'd go in and teach. I've never set foot in a college. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I never sat on one of the. I was teaching life drawing, right? Like figure drawing.
Yeah.
I have no idea about anatomy, right? So it's totally hilarious because I'm sitting here going like, "This is what you guys want me to do." Yes, we want you to come in. It was more like interpretive figure drawing. So I was
Yeah.
helping them to make choices and then look at it differently, not so technical, not so
Kind of similar to the course with Aaron Blaze, I'm assuming. More of
Yes.
like kind of basic understanding
no.
the form.
With Aaron, I'm way more technical. With my class, it was like I think I was probably like like maybe my 3rd week in. I remember I had this person just yelling at me. Like, where's our curriculum? Where's our, like, you're not giving us anything, right? And I was sitting there going like, okay. And when I set it up, I'm like, okay. They'd be like, "Hey, do we need a sketchbook?" I'd be like, "I don't know. Do you need a
Do you
sketchbook?"
need one? Yeah.
Right. Like, if you want to keep a sketchbook, that's fine, right? But if you don't
Your
want it,
prerogative.
right? So like, what is our curriculum? I don't know. Draw. We're gonna draw, right? Like, I'm gonna come in
Yep.
here, and I'd tell them, "You have to talk to me. Tell me what your goals
Yeah.
are, what you're trying to accomplish."
Right.
This is just figure drawing. But figure drawing, if you sit and you go, to me, I got away with not doing figure drawing. How did I get a job without doing figure drawing? So you can sit here and be all like, "Oh, this is important," right? But if you don't name why it's important to you, I can't help you. And so it broke my heart because I hate
Yeah.
teaching because again, I don't want to get paid for something unless I it comes with that stipulation. Like, you're at the heart of it. It's easy to take what a mentor can tell you, right? Or somebody can tell you, but if you're not vocal about what you want to accomplish with that, that's why I was saying, when I got to that place where here I thought I was successful, I was wearing somebody else's success rather than defining what does successful truly mean, right? And understanding how to harness that fear and going, okay, I'm going to make steps knowing that fear is there. Whereas most people, again, when I would catch them, they were probably in their third year. So a lot of them started seeing that fear, but not really. Not till that fourth year when, oh, dear God, I got to pay this tuition back, right? I got to get a job. Yeah. And so then all of a sudden I go, look at how it changes the way you make decisions. I will go work at McDonald's because now I need to take something rather than planning it out and going, okay, I've got a game plan. This is what I'm going to do. If you're eager about it, if you love something, if you make it important, and that's what I would try to tell these guys, right? Like, it seems so, hokey pokey, like the emotional part of it. But to me, that was what got me through it, was to sit here and go, you have the resilience to get through something, right? You need to start giving yourself a little bit more credit instead of leaning to a teacher or leaning to schools. As I watch a lot of kids get out of school and like, oh, the school is total crap, and I didn't learn anything. I mean, I did that with Animation Mentor because I was like focused on all the wrong. I tried to render all my stuff out, trying to be as cool as I could be, rather than focusing on the basics, right? Yeah. And I felt like nobody taught me that. It was just like, go through this and this and that, and here's the instructions, but not as much about the where are you at mentally, right? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Let's say it out loud, and most people like, I just want to be better, but better is so vague. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So to go to these kids and go, I have a 10th grade education, never been in here. I got, I'm older. I got hired at Marvel at 50, right? I need this piece of paper. I didn't graduate. I didn't go to college. I didn't do figure drawing. I haven't applied for a job, and all those companies called me up. What did I do so different? I didn't do anything that and I look at all those experiences and I go, I didn't do anything that was special. I just made decisions based off of me. And I said, this is what I want, and show everybody around me. Anybody that knows me knows that art is important to me. Art is basically like my fourth family member, immediate family, right? Like, art to me is like, I tell people, I go, if somebody attacks your mother, how are you going to react? If somebody attacks your art, you should have that same passion, because that's what's going to go into your art. Yeah. That's going to be the thing that gets you there. And most people, they look at it more from a job aspect. Like, I'm making this a job. Art is my life. If you've seen what I go through in a day, even when I'm not feeling it, first thing in the morning, it's art. Before I go to bed, it's art. Anything I do is art. I watch cartoons all in day, right? Like, any moment that I can get to add value to my art is it. Like, every hobby, everything. And then, like I said, the way I observe people, and then I start realizing, like, storytelling and how you interact with people, going to conventions, all of it is art. All of it is a choice. And it's a choice. What do you want to do with it? And then when you take the reins for that, when you take the reins for who you want to be as an artist, you can be whatever you want to be. And I look and I go, oh God, if I could have told myself that in the back, but how did I get that? But it was through experience. So anytime I give that stuff to somebody who's like, I'm going on my journey, I'm like, dude, you don't understand how magical you are right now. Right now, not before, like, not all the accolades. If you go online, I don't put a bunch of, there's not very much of, oh, here's my demo reel for Cars 2 or Disney. I don't show much of that.
Right.
Everything that most people see is the stuff that I do in my free.
Yeah.
Because it's the stuff that I love the most. So the rest of it, like, doing it for a company, is a different mindset. But I still, anytime I take on a job, it's always trying to harness the guy who loves it and put it into production, right? So it's not looking at going like, okay, here's this crappy job, but looking at it like, oh man, I'm excited. So anytime I get a job, I'm like, go to my daughter and be like, look, I got this thing. And they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And make it what I want it to be, not, oh God, this is another job, which ends up happening after a while.
Gosh. Well, Mel, man, just listening to you talk about it, if anybody's not inspired by hearing what you just said, I don't know what it'd take, but yeah, our comment section's usually people making wisecracks the whole time. They got silent. They got silent when you were talking there.
You
They
still
were,
have Steph,
yeah.
but yeah.
Steph even stopped commenting. He was listening to what you said so intently. So, but I wanted to give a shout out to Brewski had said because That Boy Crisp Comics has some of the most fresh, high quality covers and signed book. Highly recommend picking up some pieces from him. So that was a comment from a while ago, I think, when Chris went and grabbed a drink. But I wanted to make sure Chris got his praise too. And we're getting to the point where we're gonna meet where Mel meets Chris, which is I love this story of this like.
Oh God.
Oh no, yeah. But before we get there, we can't skip over Lorcana art cards.
Another
Looks
weird
like
one.
Chris has got something to show off.
What
I'm
happened?
going to chime in real quick. Mel
Yes,
talking
yeah.
about the thing he's passionate about. I think this was one of his most popular series, The Thick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need to get back to it. It's funny because I'll go to shows and I'll ask people like, so a lot of people ask like how did you get better drawing? So I used to draw monsters and muscly guys because comics, right? And a lot of people were like, man, you really suck. Like you're really bad at this, right? But I always felt like I was too stupid to learn anatomy. So in my mind, I was like, okay, women are really hard to draw. So like Adam Hughes and Bruce Timms, I was like, man, how they could capture women but keep them powerful. So I'm like, if I could ever get good at drawing women, I could fool people into believing I knew anatomy, right? Like that was my goal at the beginning, right? And it was funny. In the beginning, it was a lot of people were like, like, are you pervy? And I went to my wife and I was like, look, this is gonna seem stupid, but I'm like, women create emotion, right? It doesn't have to be just, the parts, right? But it could be in a hairstyle, it could be in a makeup, it could be in a glance, it could be in a shape, right? All of these things that men don't have that. For me, I'm like, there's no like a guy could really look like a good-looking guy, like another guy could look at another guy and go, oh, hey, he looks good, do the head tilt. Yeah, that's all right. So with women, there's like all these. A woman can look at a woman and get pissed off, right? Like a woman, oh, she makes me so sick. She must wake up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all these little things that move people, and so I was like, if I could fool people into that, then I'll have made it. So like it's weird now to get to a place where people like, that's what I'm known for is like the guy who draws pretty women. I'm like, okay.
But these cards too. I mean, these are a different style than the pinup style of women that you were talking about.
Right.
And
Magic Broom one's not mine. But they have me.
They put it on. Yeah, they put it on.
They do. They do. I know the site. Right. No. I get it. You're all good. I just made
No. We apologize. I'll send them. I'm going to write an angry letter when we get done with this.
I'll let Disney know when I see him this week. Yeah.
It was the weakest one of the bunch. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you brought it.
No, that's all right. Because I was like, is somebody gonna be mad that I get credit for that? Because there's one that I character designed, but I didn't do the card. So there's one that it's the Hunter Bell, the hidden archer. And so so it's funny. All right, you want to hear my Lorcana story? Do we have time?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So the Mulan one was the first one that I got. Yep. Right, Mulan one. My buddy, who I'd always wanted to work with, he worked at dang, my brain's not working. He worked at Hasbro, and he was like, "Oh, I just wanted to work with you." He ended up moving out here, and he's like, "Mel, do you want to work on a Disney property?" And I'm like, "I've always wanted to work with you. What is it?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll draw it." So I did it. I turned it in. I didn't even know what it was for. Like I had no clue. I was like, "What is it?" I don't know. So I was like, "Here." Didn't even care about getting paid. I was just happy I got to work with my friend, right? And later on, like a year and a half passes because it takes a while before the cards come out. I didn't even know. I was like, so my friend hits me up and somebody hits me up beforehand. He's like, "Hey Mel, can I interview you about this card?" I'm like, "Card? What card are you talking about?" And they're like, "This Mulan card you did." I'm like, Mulan card? What is it? I like, tell me what it is. And you want to interview me over a card? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So I was like, no. And then I had a convention reach out. Hey, do you want to go to do this convention? So I look it up, and it's like a trading card game. I know nothing of this world. It's all like Pokemon and all that. I'm like, so I turned it down. I'm like, no, I'm not going. I don't understand that world. I'm not going to do that. And then my buddy calls me up from Disneyland Paris, and he's like, Mel, your art's on the box. And I was like, my art's on the box? Like, what are you talking about? Like the gift set. Your art is on the gift set. So I'm like, oh, I call my buddy up. I'm like, Matt, can I get Matt Ang was my art director. I'm like, Matt, can I get that? I want it for my office. I was like, can I get that? And he's like, yeah, good luck with that. And I'm like, wait, what? he's like, those things are going like gangbusters, like they're selling on you. Right, they were going like hotcakes. I had no idea. And so I go and like, there's one, they're like, okay, Best Buy was getting a lot, like, oh, we'll start selling at midnight. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy one of those at midnight. And I did. And I was like, I'll just wait until the morning. And I wake up in the morning and it's all sold out. And like the whole comment section is people pissed, like, no, it went like sold out like at 11:55. How is that possible? Like before midnight. So how did that happen? So I'm playing with the buttons, right? Just like as I'm reading, and it added one to my cart. And I was like, oh, I got one. But like, and then it wouldn't let me check out. So I just keep hitting the checkout button, and it went through. And I was like, oh, I got one, because I was like, I don't want to have to go on eBay to get one.
Yeah.
Your own.
Yeah. I was all mad. So I get it, and like I said, who was that?
That's
remember. Is it Tony Bancroft?
No, Tom Bancroft has been doing the remark. I was going to mention that.
So
He's doing a lot of the remarks.
But I remember he was like, "You did a Mulan card."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Man," he was so mad at me. He was like,
"He's the Mushu guy. He created Mushu." So yeah, that was
So it's cool that I got to meet. I had Ming Na Wei sign it.
That's awesome.
Tom signed it, or Tony signed it.
So,
and
have you ever thought about remarking any of the ones? I mean, finding some of these, on the secondhand market and remarking some of them. Just
I have, like, I've gone to shows where I've done remarks on them. Like I had one guy ask me to turn her into Wonder Woman, which I was like, that's easy. I can do that.
That's right.
But for the most part, like I have buddies who make a killing at that stuff. I just don't like drawing that tiny, I
would imagine, it'd be difficult.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I was not happy with that.
Yeah,
so I'm working on them now.
Cool. Skeff brings up Van Helsing, Smurfs, and Lorcana.
We're getting. I'm all over.
But this is what you had alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
We mentioned being the concept art, and the question I'd asked you earlier about some of those other studios that you work for, to see this talent here to be fleshed out here for Osborne content of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with the D.
Friendly neighborhood. It's not your friendly neighborhood D.
Yeah, the D, the font, dadgone it, StreamYard. It left
it all, yeah.
Yeah. So, but how much fun was it to work for the MCU animation?
Dude, again, getting to work with some of my heroes, like heroes, were like everybody at this point. I remember I was talking with the director one day, and he was getting kind of mad at me because I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, I don't understand. And so he's kind of like, well, Mel, there's this. And I'm like, dude, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And he was like, oh, I thought you've been in visual development for like years. I'm like, no, this is my first go. Like, I'm scared to death. It was not, like I was telling people when I got the job, it's like, imagine, okay, you played high school basketball, right? And then you stop playing, and then all of a sudden, you're in the NBA at 50, and they go, okay, you're going to play next to LeBron. Now take a shot. It's not comfortable. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and everybody's watching you. You know what I'm saying? So
no pressure. Yeah.
Right. It was nerve-wracking. And I remember, talking to some of the people I worked with, like, to ease some of my like tell people like I'm as insecure as and then I realized everybody's insecure, like we don't do it, especially like when you're at the beginning and you're throwing all kinds of, like, you're making up worlds, right? And
Yeah.
Eyes Wakanda was really challenging because again, like the time frames and the ethnicities and all that was like, holy crap, we're going all out. And it was, but that it was probably I needed it. It was that part of me, that little kid that was like, I always wanted to work on cartoons. It was something that I never thought in my right mind would ever happen. And so, like I said, I didn't specifically watch. I couldn't watch it. Like I didn't watch it until I went to Aaron's house, and I was like, I already canceled my Disney Plus, and I was like, I'm not watching. I can't. I like my nerves were just shot.
Yeah.
And I remember we were at Aaron, and he was showing me a short before anything, and it was like all these. I was like, hey, it's like he's like, well, he asked me how was it working at Marvel, and I was like, well, my show came in. He's like, it's out. He's like, let's watch it. And it was weird because like we got, seeing some of my characters start running across the screen. Like I wasn't expecting, because when I had left, I'd only got to see rough cuts. I never got to see and I didn't get to see the episode that most of my characters were in. So I was like, so when we watched that episode, I was like, oh, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine. And it was, and he lit up because I was lit up, and it was pretty magical in that moment. Before that, I was just nerve wracked. I was like, I don't want to, will it live up to what the experience was for me? I don't want to ruin it. I'm still that way about a lot of my work. Like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. But it's pretty
something
cool.
to be proud of. Something to be very proud of.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's and like you said, to be able to watch it then with somebody like Aaron, and like you said, the both of you just be lit up, and that makes it so much more special. So
right. So he Aaron's quite nerdy. So that's what I said when we got down, we were like talking about stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like be the artist I wish I could met. Like when I met Aaron, he had lines of people. Like we went to my first CTN. It was like Creative Talent Network, where all the artists go to, right? I remember I told Tom and Tony Bancroft, I'm like, look, I've always wanted a picture with a whole bunch of old school 2D animators. I was like, if you can get Aaron to come over to my table, I would love it, right? And every time I walk, Aaron would be like lines of people. So I would just walk by. I'm like, I love you, Aaron. And he'd pop his head up and he'd be like, where did that come from? And so he ended up making his way to my table. And you would, like, from the time I met him, I felt like I'd known him for years, right? Yeah. And just as giddy as he gets about art, like, hey, Mel, let me show you this thing. Look what I did. I'm like, oh, look at this, what you did. It's like he gives me the opportunity to imagine, because again, I always thought, what would it have been like to be around people like that? Like, how much more of an artist would I have been? And I always felt like I missed out on that. Oh, being an animator at Disney would have been cool, right? So yeah, that was cool. So to do that course at his house, because I was like, no, he asked me years ago, do you want to do this course? Nope. I hate teaching. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, right? And he's like, well, he's like, dude, you have to look at like a karate studio, right? Like, there's a lot of them out there, but how do you specifically teach it? And so he made me feel comfortable enough, and I was like, if I enjoy it, I'll do it. But at the moment, he opened up his home. He sat behind me the whole time. He would listen to everything I was saying, which was nerve-wracking in itself.
It was funny. I could see like him in the reflection, like walking by, and I was like, oh man, I was like, that would make me nervous. I'm like trying to record and but no,
that's really good. He enjoyed it. He was like, oh, like he would be like, oh, I like how you said this. Or he'd be like, Mel, bring it up a notch, because I'd be like, I get so focused, and he'd be like, no, Mel, get back, bring it back in. So it was nice to have him. So to watch that show with him, Marvel, like I said, it was a different experience. Again, having different types of experiences, each one has been different. I always wanted to do TV, and it was way more challenging than anything I'd ever gone through. Way more. And again, like every week I would tell everybody goodbye. I'd be like, bye, you don't need me. Like, it was that Like, there's no need for me here. Like, the talent that was already there, but to pick their brains, like, hey, look, I was doing this, or I had never thought of costuming, or I never thought of this kind of design language, to have people right there like, no, and then to go in and be like, okay, my goal now is to make those guys go, ooh, did you see what Mel did? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that was fun. Like, everybody would be in it, and so it was that's the I miss that about working at studios, is that camaraderie of being able to sit and say, I want my peers to go, oh, I love what you do. I'm gonna beat that next week, and next week's show I'm gonna beat that. You know,
that friendly competition. Yeah, it's like it's the camaraderie of art. Yeah, being work from home, I miss that as well. It's that just that shared space with artists. So that's why I love doing shows like this and having wonderful artists like yourself on, and people like Chris who doing their own company and stuff. It's just so cool to get that inspirational fire again. So,
but still weird to me, like when people ask me to do a show or do a talk. Like I did a talk in Berlin, like nobody knew who that guy was, right? And I was like, it was funny because I was like, there was only one person I knew, and that was Aaron. And I was like, Aaron, did you put my name in for this? And he's like, no. I was like, so who came up? And so I went out, and when I went to Berlin, I remember I thought, oh, it's just going to be like this small kind of college talk, right? A little small. It was a huge room, like his auditorium. And I was like, oh, dear God. And as I'm getting up on the stage, I remember the guy who's like, so where's your presentation? And the people that presented, like, there was people who presented, like, who was it? People that went before me, there was a couple of guys that worked on Arcane. And they had this beautiful presentation, right? And all the stuff that went on. It was like just amazing, right? And here comes Mel with no presentation. I had no graphics. I had nobody nobody knew who I was. And as I started talking, I had 45 minutes to talk. And I went up and I was like, they were like, so what are you going to talk about? I'm like, I have no clue. I just started what was important to me, right? And so I always what I realized from the artist I want to become was, I always ask my students, I'm like, do you want to be rich? Most of them would be like, it'd be nice to take care of my family. I'm like, do you want to be famous? And they'd be like, it'd be nice, but I don't care about that. Like, do you want to help somebody? And everybody always goes, yes, I want to help somebody. And I go, but here's the thing. I go, if you don't make money, right, people will listen to people with money. So money, artists have money in this weird, like, you're greedy, but it's only the person who utilizes that money. So what do you do with that money? So I have a hard time negotiating money because, again, I don't want to feel greedy. It's inherently built into artists, right? That it's greed, right? As an artist, I am willing to leave money on the table for my craft, right? Whereas business will take money at any chance that they can get. So it's like, how do you balance those two out? And that's why I'm sitting here saying to artists, you have to understand that it's a part. Again, my friend put it to me the best. He says, you have to let people support you, because the more you go. So the more I notice people like, here, I want to support you. I was like, no. Like, it's too nice. Like, I get to do what I love, but it's also letting and giving opportunity. The other part of it is being him. It's like, again, all of a sudden I started becoming a known commodity, and I wasn't ready for it. I was like, that's not what I signed up for. I just want to take care of my family. But now all of a sudden people are looking at me like I'm some role model. I'm like, it's stupid. I'm the goofiest guy who has no clue as what he's doing. I'm just winging it, so I don't want to put on any kind of air saying, oh, I know this or I know that. But I noticed the more I go back to the main reason why I want to help somebody. I remember being homeless. I remember being a drug addict. I remember those things like, how do I get out of this?
Right.
How do I become somebody? And through those experiences, I understood I could help somebody, right? So when I got to the end of that talk in Berlin, and I said, how many people did I help? And the whole auditorium raised their hand. And I cried. I was bawling.
That's
right?
awesome.
It was, because I'd never imagined that I could help somebody. You know what I'm saying? That kid who started off and was like, I want to be this artist, never imagined what it could be, And so when I go out to artists, when they're like, I'm scared of AI or I'm scared, there's not jobs. I'm like, but you are here, right?
Yeah.
You are here. How do you present yourself? Don't let that fear stop you from making the choice that makes you something better, that somebody will miss out on that help. Somebody will miss out on that. Oh man, to push forward. Again, because like I said, to have people come, like the first time I had somebody come to a show and thank me, like it was this big, huge brother, like, thank you, Mel, for doing what you do. And I'm like, I'm just doing art. And he's like, but my family never looked at me like I could do art. You're the first person I seen that was like me who did art. And he's like, that gave me enough to step forward. And it blew my mind. So I was like, yeah, this is much more than just the art. And so every time I go into my art, that's what I carry with me. It's not just like, oh, it's work. Here, I got to go to work. If I don't want to work, or it's like, if I get into that mode, if I'm not in that, I will cut it off. Like, oh, I'm just going to go take a nap. Because, if it's like, oh, I have to make a post. It's like, nope, that's not why you do it. Or I have to make something for, to make sure I get engagement or make the most popular things. Like the Thick Series women. I just had a woman at a show. She's like, how come you don't do Thick Series, like thick women? I was like, oh, I do them, but just I'll get on a run and I'll do it for like a month and then I'll go on to the next thing. So I did that series and people were like, oh, thick, like this is incredible, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll just go to something else, somebody like, what else would be fun? Just make it fun, right? So comics, like I said, was the final frontier for me because, again, my brother was all into comics, but I always felt like I'm too stupid to read. Like, I just started reading comics. I think I read a comic when I ran away from home. I remember I was at a bus stop and I read Brian Lumley's Necromancer. Was like the first, and I was into horror. Like my mom took me to horror movies like they were Disney films, right? Like my mom, like it was the Filipino, right? So we would like my mom took me to Exorcist in the theater at 8, right? Like that was traumatizing, right? And we lived in the Philippines, so we always got tremors. So my older brother would be in the bed next to me, like, the devil's got me. Oh,
classic sibling.
Right. But I never picked up comics until later. Like now that I do comic work, I'm like, maybe I should read them. So I think I started off with Something is Killing the Children.
That's a good start. That's a really good start.
That was really
good. It's Erica Slaughter. Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to be better about it now. But
some of the cover work. Oh, go on. I'm sorry, Tyler. Go on.
I was just going to say, and that's what I love, and that's why I love hearing you talk, and is because I think we get kind of up in our minds seeing, a wall of artists who all kind of come from similar backgrounds or similar shared, journeys, to then have somebody like yourself stand out who's a completely different journey, something, and that, like you said, that's what makes art so special and like you said, that I personally don't. Obviously we all worry about AI and stuff, but it's like I worry more that we'll lose that hope. That's like the biggest thing is like that's what makes art so great is the hope and its passion and special, and that you want to do it. It's not just like you said you're having to do it. It's because we wake up every day and go, man, I love art and I just want to live in the world of art, like whatever that is, like you said, either consuming or creating or sharing it, especially. So that's awesome that you're able to articulate that in such a meaningful and presentable way to people. Like I said, you don't even need a slideshow. You just need 45 minutes of you just talking, to be able to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's inspiring. It's awesome. No, it's really cool. So
no, and again, having the platform to be able to do so, then I don't have to do it as much. Because like here in Utah, they call it melevating. So like we have a draw lunch at the mall. And so there'll be a student or somebody who's new to the group come in and be like, my friend coined that term. Like anytime there's somebody new, like, hey, can you give me some pointers? And everybody goes, yeah, you need to go talk to Mel. So it's like, I love it, but I also hate it. That's why I hate about teaching. Because again, it's like, so like I tell people, I talk to the inner artist. When I talk to somebody like that, I'm talking to me, a version of me that I know is inside of them. Any kind of creative, I know that lost, that scared, what do I do feeling. So when I talk to somebody about those kind of things, I know that's inspiring to them. Because again, it's like, I have that, but that's what I'm trying to pull out. It's not, don't look at me as the guy who's delivering that message. That message is already inside of you and you're missing it, right? Like that's what the hard part is to tell somebody, you don't need me to tell you that. You already know it. You already know this crap. And and it bothers me because then when I do say it, it's like, do I not have faith that they'll learn it?
No.
But it's like they asked, so it's like usually I'll do it. But again, I know it's only a passing thing. I can get anybody motivated, but it's like, what do you do tomorrow? or the next day or a month later or a year later? How do you keep that motivation? And that's the guy you go to. Every
Yeah.
time I go,
Yeah.
I go, if you know you're guaranteed to be who in 5 years, right? You define what you think success is, right? Not all the projects, but what do you do? How do you live your life? How do you carry yourself? And you're guaranteed to be that person. The only question you need to ask for proof is to say, do you want to be that person? As soon as that person says, yes, I want to be that person, I go, that's the first question that person had to answer. And so you have to celebrate that, right? Celebrate in that moment that you made the decision. Now, moving forward, anything that you're trying to accomplish, what does 5-year version of you do? What does he do? How does he carry himself? What kind of, is he going to take this? There's a lot of jobs that I took that I didn't want to take, but I always went to my future self needs that. And so it's, and trust, that's what I try to tell people, and trust themselves. And there's always going to be that thing that can sidetrack you, make you fearful. But then, like, when you go and you're like, but I'm guaranteed to be him, right? I may have some slips here and there, but if I listen to him, truly listen to who I want to become, and it just evolves from there.
Yeah, as Brewski says, you build the fire for them, Mel. They have to light it and keep it stoked.
Yeah.
Thank you for always being willing to add to everyone's fire. And I, as you're talking there, I'm thinking, Mel's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Everybody has
behind the curtain.
Man behind the curtain.
No. Everybody has the brain, the courage, and the heart. Sometimes they just need somebody to point it out and make them believe in themselves. So,
and that's
very.
I get, because again, I remember all those years of being like, oh man, I want to be, and then to be looked at somebody looks at me and goes, oh Mel, I would love to be able to do what you do. Right? It's weird to me because again, I remember all the times I did that. And so to try to say when I grew the most is when I understood. It's good to look and go, wow, that guy's really good at this, but that's just their focus. What is your focus? Right? Yeah. It's okay to be enamored with somebody else's work and be inspired by their work, but you should be just as inspired by your work as theirs, right? Because it's the gift. It's funny because everybody goes, like they go and I go, my online presence is Mel Made Dukes, short for Dookie. So it's Mel Made Poop is really, here's my poop for the day. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that. I'm glad you brought that up because I was wondering if that was the origin.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. Yeah.
So, I tell people it's not like they'll be like, so you don't like your work? Well, then what do you think of mine? It's not about that, right? I know that I will never be happy with my work, which is a blessing because it keeps me moving forward, right? If I was ever like, I've arrived, I know I wouldn't have that drive. And the further along I go, the more I realize how much I don't know, and I get excited, because again, it always shows me that there's something else. There's something else. And that's my future self going, there's something else. There's something, oh, take a look at this. Take a look at that. And being excited about it. So every time I post, I may not like it, but I celebrate it. And that's where I try to get people to learn to celebrate yourselves, to learn the failure. I failed today, yes, but I took a step, right?
Yeah.
Because in that failure has all the information you need to become the person you want to be. It's not the good drawings that give you that. And that's why when people are like AI doesn't have the ability to fail, right? It doesn't care. It's like, here's a pretty picture, but it's like, it's not compared to, did it serve its purpose? Did it create the emotion that it needed to create? It's a novelty. Everybody, oh, here's my avatar that I made, and here's this. Oh, here's Studio Ghibli, right? But is it doing what the individual set out to do? And so to me, when I watch the people who I admire, they are mindful of the whole process. Like I said, I've been fortunate to be around people who are great in comics, video games, film, TV, and get a whole breadth. But all at the heart of all of them is just watching their focus and being like, oh, that's magical. I want to focus like that. What can I focus on? Do you know what I'm saying? And so when I watch people who are like, I'm not doing art right now, I'm going like, but you're letting them dictate who you are. Right. You're letting them decide for you that you're done. It's like, okay, if I have to work at McDonald's, that's just what I'm going to have to do, right?
Yeah.
But I'm always going to do art, right? Because I had somebody pose the question to me in Berlin. They said, what do you do when the only jobs you can get are AI and they're just paying you crap? And I go, why not just get paid crap at a fast food restaurant? At least they're not abusing something that you love.
Yeah.
right? Because you're going to walk home and you're going to be like, I did this, but now I feel completely like crap. Whereas I work at McDonald's, I got my money. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
I don't care, right? Because it's not
Yes.
that important to me. But take something that you love and you're letting somebody else dictate that for you, right? So to me, I learned all the stuff, all the work that I get now is stuff that I love. And so I keep putting it out there like, I love doing this. Hey, Mel, this is kind of similar. Do you want to work in comics? Oh, do you want to work in video games? Oh, do you want to work on illustration? They all are bridged by something that I love. And so I always tell people, the more you put out that stuff and then you show people. So I'll tell people, I don't have this much energy. I don't have this much energy in the day. But when I talk about art, my eyes light up. Anybody who's dealt with me is like, oh, here goes Mel. He's going on his art rant. Here it comes. My wife is like, take that shit on the road. I don't want to hear it. Right? Because she's like, I see you napping all day. If you ask Chris, every time he calls me, yeah, I just woke up. I got no art. I got no energy. But when it comes to art, that's to show people it's important. Especially when you show people it's important, the less people that will try not to take advantage of you. And so, you look at the abuse that happens early on in an artist's career. It doesn't need to happen if a lot of artists were like, build yourself up, have the proper perspective, always put your ego in check, right? Like you can be this artist, but always put your ego in check. You never know what that's going to go, but hold and protect it like no other, like it's your family. And then you will find like-minded people who are like, he's serious about his work. I'm serious about my work. We need to take care of each other. And that's how it goes.
Well, you've got me. I'm going to say you've got me
Sorry.
scared to death, Mel, because I'm showing all these comics, and I'm going. I can't wait for you to go. That one's not mine. That one's not mine.
No.
I'm good on these. Okay.
No,
Well, I was going to say,
you're
speaking of fueling your needs and desires.
There we go. Yeah, I saw this on a website that you said these were like 3 things that you want at cons.
Yes.
So if anybody goes sees Mel and Chris at a con, make sure and bring plenty of these.
Yes.
Chris, I didn't ask your favorite snacks. What are your favorite go-to snacks, too?
I'll be stealing his peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms? That's my favorite,
I'll be
too.
taking those.
I have to get off the dots and the red vines. Like the dots, they get I love the flavor of them, but they get all into your teeth and it just feels horrible.
Yeah.
Like they're horrible. My daughter's like, those are old man treats,
But you have them in your teeth, and like an hour later, you can still enjoy them. They fall out. So, but peanut M&Ms that's my go-to movie theater snack too. So I love that. So make sure and hook these guys up if you go to any of the cons we're about to talk about here in a few minutes.
For sure.
And now, Chris Peden, the story of your life. That boy, Chris P. Comics. And it was, this worked out great. Whenever I saw you and Mel had partnered up, I was so excited to have both of you all on here because Mel's got such, as we've heard, he's got such an inspirational story. And I really feel like we need to have like a 10-hour segment with Mel because I was sitting there I forgot I was even hosting a show for a second because I was so inspired. I can't draw worth a hoot, but he makes me want to create something. But Chris, as that entrepreneur spirit that you have, you had mentioned a little bit, and I put some of the high points here of some of the stuff that you do. Specialize in low print runs, regular grade inside comics, do a lot of facilitating, traveling to conventions, family owned and operated, online retailer. You have a shop set up. You're working with Mel, as we're going to see at some cons coming up. But this is a little bit of the blurbs that we had talked about online as it started as a side hustle. And if you want to elaborate a little bit on that, because I know this is just a real brief bullet point. But,
quick summary.
Well,
give better.
I'm not nearly as inspiring or entertaining as Mel, but I had a business.
Yeah, I know, Mel.
I had a business repairing dental drills. I had a workbench set up in a van, and I would go to the dentist parking lot and fix their drills. COVID hit. Obviously, dental offices closed down, and most of my clientele were near retirement age. So when they reopened, they sold off their practices or went and bought all new drills, not from me.
Yeah.
So we started doing just reselling as a whole on the side. Well, in between calls, I would go run to Goodwills and find shoes or clothes
Oh, so it was reselling I assumed it was like collectible stuff, but it was just reselling anything that I misunderstood.
In general, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
anything.
pretty cool. That's a hustle.
And
Though.
then
That's good. That's a lot of work to.
And then I started on Whatnot in Pokemon cards of all things, because both of my boys at the time were into it, so it was something we could do together.
Oh, that's cool.
They very quickly grew out of it, so I was like, well, I still love comics. I haven't told my wife this in the 10 years we've been married that I'm a big nerd, but it's about to come out.
Breaking news here.
So when they got out of being interested in Pokemon, I was like, okay, I'll just shift it into comics. I had my collection from when I was a kid and started selling it off because it was nothing that I was in love with anymore. I think the coolest thing I had from my childhood was The Death of Superman signed by Brett Breeding, because he went to a local shop when I was, 10 when it came out. So I just slowly moved into comics, and then met a facilitator that I worked with for the last year and a half and slowly built my own thing. So not nearly as inspiring, just
no, I mean, it is.
Very...
That's a journey in and of itself to, again, it's all about, and that's what I think is so interesting with both Mel and yourself is the pivot. 'Cause, I mean, that's the thing is like, I don't know. I think especially, generations previous and then moving forward is all, if you go to college, you get a degree, you get one certain job, you work that job, and then you retire and stuff. And it's like, that's just not the world that we live in anymore. There's just so much uncertainty. And so, that was one of my favorite people who visited my college was Steve Hickner, and how he talked about having to pivot away from 2D animation, unfortunately, because it was dying. And he saw that and knew that he had to jump into something else and had to get, in order to keep going. So you see that you needed to pivot, from what you were doing previously with dental tools and stuff, and then being able to pivot into something that, started from, needing to make money and stuff, but then obviously grew into a passion because you like comics. And then, and again, that's what fuels it. I feel like is that passion that you have for the love of the craft, and then being able to fuel that into, finding a job like you did and being able to start up, your own business now. So.
Oh, it's hands down the best job I've ever had. It's also the most work.
Yeah.
But I literally travel around the US and meet artists and writers and get to hang out with cool ass people all day for 3 days straight for 16 hours a day. I mean,
until he's with me, then hell breaks loose.
He enjoys it so much. But just hearing Chris talk about, the book that came out that we'll talk about a little bit, you all both have books for him, is Dork Today. But to see the passion that, when Chris was talking about how great that book was, and, talking about this, other comics in there, it's not, when your hobby becomes something you love, then it's a job, it's a lot of hard work, but it's never one that you go to bed going, I got to find something else to do. This is just too much, because you wake up excited about doing more of it.
Well, that's why I ended up, like when Chris first initially approached me, like I didn't know anything about. I was still super wet behind the ears about comics and stuff. And I remember he come. What was it? Cowtown? That I finally met you, Chris.
First time was Terrificon of 2024.
Terrificon, that's right.
But first time we spoke.
But I didn't know he was. Yeah, I didn't know he was doing. But I was like, again, anybody comes like business, I'm like, business always like, oh, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And it's just talk to him. He helped, talk to me about tell me about comics, because I have no idea. So it was nice to have, somebody that I didn't feel like, oh, there's this I don't want it to be business, but I know I need to understand. So Chris is really good with that.
Well, you picked a good guy. I mean, Chris, just talking with him behind the scenes, just back and forth. I mean, the amount of faith that he has in you, Mel, and the way he talks to you. I mean, it's good. It's good to partner up with someone that's looking at it for the business aspect of it, but for someone who actually believes in the artist they're going to shows with and setting up with the show. That's the ones that are usually the most successful, from what I've seen from the shows I attend. So
that's actually my favorite part of conventions with Mel. All the conversations that he just had with everyone in the room.
You get to hear it over and over.
So even though we're both exhausted and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, we end up staying up for another 2 hours having those conversations.
That'd be a fly on the wall in those hotel rooms.
I can imagine.
Incredible.
There's been some fun ones. So, and again, my whole body goes, I don't want to deal, but it's nice to, like I said, if I have to leave my family, I don't want it to feel like work. So that's, it's nice to do a show where like Chris is like, hey, I'm here. You need anything, calms me down. And I'm like,
I mean, imagine, doing it alone versus, being with somebody. Yeah, like you said, the camaraderie and just being able to have that friendship truly helps. Or even going to the convention, because I know, like talking with Brett, he loves going to see Ryan Ollie. Like you said, the other artists that you get to chat with and meet up with, you haven't seen in a while, kind of a deal. So yeah.
I only want to do, as I said, to see people I know, and always, like I said, hang out with Chris, like do a live stream with him. It doesn't feel like it's like I get to just chill. Yeah. So like Chris is really good like that.
And Bruce, I think they need to have this for both of y'all.
Yeah, I think they need to have a show for artists that nobody attends. It's just for the artist, and everything's like prepaid for and bought and stuff. And it's like, do you just guys get to go hang out and chill and just talk with each other?
Well, he mentioned barbecue at Planet, so
there you go.
You're good with that.
And we're doing barbecue, but I've also got something in the works more for the artist that I'm hoping to do the first one this year. It's going to be on Whatnot with maybe 3 or 4 retailers and hopefully about 6 artists.
Huh.
And
interesting.
Basically, Fan Expo does a comic explosion one night every show where the artists just get together and do live paintings. And I'm going to attempt to set that up.
He's gonna regret it though.
Pay to go to a convention.
He's gonna.
It's gonna be. It's in the works. Mel's just gonna get a phone call and say, "Hey, I'm coming to Utah. These guys are coming.
Right.
Yeah, here this date.
Yeah, pick up some pizza. We're on our way."
As I said, if you get a bunch of artists and you can just get them to just be themselves, like to me, like the comic explosion, like what he was talking about, are pretty hilarious, because like I said, I have really high anxiety, and so they give you free drinks at that. So I think my last one, I got stupid. I got really stupid.
They're stupid, and then there's really stupid.
There's really
Chicago. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, and then I think there is video of that one somewhere. I know.
I streamed that one live on Whatnot.
Yeah, and that was.
Oh wow!
My buddy's telling me. He's like, "Hey, you get the doubles for free," and I'm have one just to calm my nerves. Yeah, no, I was 3 seats to the win. Like I can't do that. Those days are over. But
we won't name the artist that was feeding Mel all his extra.
Yes. Come on, you got to name names.
No, we love him too much.
It was fun times. But that's what I said. I think having multiple artists doing that thing and being in an environment where you can listen to them just BS and draw is like magical.
Yeah. Well, 100%. Yeah, that sounds like that would be awesome.
Well, the comic that we're showing on the screen now, this was That Boy Chris P. Comics first exclusive that we asked, and he still has a 10.0 available on the site. So if y'all want to go check it out, make sure you go to his website.
Well, I hope I marked it as sold out. It sold like last week.
Well, I worked on this slide last week, so maybe I didn't. This one was added.
It should be marked as sold out.
Okay, never mind. It is sold out now.
Anxiety.
I currently have a 10 of one of Mel's books, but it's not for sale.
Is it still there? Oh, I was like,
it's coming to you when I see you.
Okay, I was gonna say, okay, all right.
Okay,
don't sell it.
All kinds of anxiety flying through.
I was like, Chris, you better not sell that thing because I want one. I don't have anything of mine that's a 10, and I manhandle.
That's pretty cool.
It has not been listed. It is in the PC box for next time I see you.
Oh man.
Thank you.
It's getting awkward here for a second.
What?
That's right. Next slide.
Oh,
So, All right, so this is the infamous picture that Skiff was giving Chris a hard time about because he's got both eyes closed, not just one. Yes. So this was after the Nick
or anything.
It makes sense because as hard as Chris works, I don't know how he does it. So he was probably asleep in that moment.
No. He's so,
little cat nap. Yeah.
Want to know the funny part?
What's that?
Is my signing time was at 10 a.m. LA time, and I got a text message at 6:45. You awake?
Wow.
6.
Yeah. And then my phone rings. He's like, "Hey, I'm running late. Can you be at the hotel at 8 to help with?" This is Judd from PCB Hobby on the other side of Nick to help with their signing. They've got 1,200 books that has to be done by 10 o'clock.
Holy cow!
It's like, well, I told you yesterday when I talked to you that I was going to be up at 4 a.m. and go run to the ATM to get the rest of the cash. So yeah, I'll be there. So that's where this picture comes from. I was
1,200
supposed to be still prepping and got called in to help out. So
was all 1,200 for Nick, or was there multiple? Was it?
No, that was 1,200 just for Nick.
Just for Nick. Okay, he's got a pretty. I mean, he kind of spells his name out too, so I wouldn't think that he would have that quick of a signature either.
He's pretty quick. I mean, we got through with about 5 minutes to spare from about 8:15 to 10 o'clock. He knocked out 1,200 signatures.
That's crazy. It used to be shorter because he didn't recognize one that I brought that was already signed. I was like, no, I bought it official. Like that's your. He's like, well, that must have been toward like the end of the pile. So.
He used to just do ND.
Yeah, that was it. I have the ND one.
Yeah.
So it was from a ghost cage one that he did from like Midtown or something. So yeah. Now that he does his whole name, I can't imagine. 1,200.
Yeah, 1,200. That's just one. Yeah, just one set of.
Whole Dragoda. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you
Britain.
By the power carpal tunnel.
Well, you've seen like the different artists have different, signature evolutions. Mel, has your signature changed from when you first started?
No.
Still, that's pretty impressive.
You want to explain this beautiful signature, Mel?
Yeah, let's blow him up. You got him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like if I do it not with speed, the M is a heart, right?
Oh.
So that's
you
it.
can kind of see it in there.
Oh, I love that.
Sorry about the reflection of all the short boxes, y'all.
No, we can see it good. That picks up.
That's funny. It's funny. Every signature is a little bit of love just to show people how much I love them.
That's awesome.
That's sweet.
That's such a great.
It's totally different than that. Like when I came up with it, because I never imagined signing crap, but I didn't want to sign just my signature. And then like you see some of the guys who have the really cool signature, and I know they get all fancy. Like there's the people who do the 3D signatures and all. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know
the Cranes and the Kirkhams and all. So.
I figured mine will stay the same because then, like I said, it just means something to me. Nobody really even. That was the first time I even told anybody that. Right?
That's really special because that's similar. Brett Bean has a similar one where he signs and he puts 2 dots, and he told us that it's because it's for his kids. His little beans is what he would call them.
I didn't know that.
I was like, that is such a cool. Like, it makes me look at it so differently and like makes it special and personal, like you said. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course, Brett. I love that bastard.
I know.
He put up, Tyler, did you see the post he put up like a couple months ago about changing his signature? And everybody's like, no, don't change it.
I was like, you can't remove the beans after you told me what they mean. You can't remove that. So
and now that I know, I'm gonna question like, how would you even remove that? Why would you even change that, Brett?
Exactly. Yeah.
Terrible. You better come up with something better.
Well, Jerry put up, with the name of the show being Skottie Talk. Yeah, Skottie has had a lot of signatures. His signature has evolved, and he signs different signatures for different types of art that he does too. So whether you get a full name or an S and a last name, or there was one point in time when it was just SY and a square. So there has been quite an evolution of signatures. Now, Chris, I was going to ask you about this load of boxes that you have here.
Weekend shipment, my goodness.
So that was pre-orders for the Nick Dragoda signing.
Wow.
And the handful of Dork pre-orders that I had.
Oh, wow.
That I managed to get prepped before I had to drop all the Nick Dragoda stuff. And the stuff behind me
here we go.
The last That's the last of some retailers that mailed me books for that signing that I ran out of COAs, unfortunately. So I've got to pick up more COAs in the morning.
Very cool. I just noticed.
You take this to you take this to the post office, then they don't come to, I'm assuming you take everything to them and.
Yeah, I drop it all off. My post office is really good. They usually have it scanned within about 10 minutes after I leave.
Wow, that's impressive.
I trust them to scan it in because I haven't had any issues in the last year and a half. But
that's good.
If I schedule a pickup, chances are they won't come. We haven't had a steady mail person for my route in 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
So,
that gives you some confidence knowing. Yeah, it makes you feel good knowing that they're in the hands of the actual postal service. So I did notice an Easter egg in your picture there. If you all see in the bottom left-hand corner of the picture.
The Skeff, he hearted and reshared.
Yeah, Skeff.
I pulled this off Instagram, so that's why Skeff's picture there. So
yeah, Skeff loves me on
trying to be a part of it.
Yeah,
speaking of the devil, we're only an hour and 40 minutes in. So this is, we had talked about Dork earlier, which was today was Dork Day, February 4th. The issue of #1 has came out. And Mel, your cover dropped a few days ago with the ECGC Comics, a part of their January, February subscription. Very limited. This may be one of the most limited covers of Dork out there. And
so I probably won't even get one.
I was going to ask you if you got comped any, because surely they sent you one or two of them. That's got to. I'd call them and say, hey guys.
I hope so. I had fun with that one.
Well, if not, you can have my copy. I was able to secure one.
Oh, you got one.
So yeah, so I got one. I was like, I had to.
Tyler, you got to tell him he had to, because he not only had to pay February subscription, he had to back pay for January subscription.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like both. Like it was already in February, so I messaged, was like, "Hey, am I still able to?" Because like I really want this cover, and they were like, "Yeah, you can back." And I guess enough people asked. They made a post and said, hey, if you subscribe for this cover and need to back pay, like click this link. Like we've got enough people asking that they want this cover. So
so he had to pay the $50 February and $50 January subscription, and he's just to get this book. This was the book that he was wanting from that. So
I love Brett. I love Dork and like everything it represents with him and stuff. And your artwork is fantastic. So I was like, I want all the covers for Dork 1. Like I have to have every single one. So.
And the other one, when Brett was on doing his live stream, boxing up the books, people were talking about the different issues that came out, and someone had mentioned the 300 Spider-Man 300, ASM 300 homage, and everybody it got such high praise on there.
I was gonna say, there it is, and
that is.
I think that one's on its way too, if I'm not mistaken, or will be. So I got that one.
Yes, yours should have gone out yesterday, I believe.
I think I got an alert. So. It's exciting. All these cool, such great covers for such an awesome comic. So,
like I said, I was surprised. Like I said, I wasn't at the time. I was like, I want to. Like I told Chris, I was like, I just want to paint for myself. I was at some point. I was like, I don't want to do. I just want to focus on my own art because I'm like now I'm in this space where I haven't developed my own style. You know, it's like I'm still so new at it that I'm trying to emulate other artists rather than just be me. But I'm slowly getting there with like, okay, just do it my way. So like this cover was one of those ones where it's like I was just happy because I've loved Brett for years, you know, and you know, to be able to work on something that's his, you know, and it's his first. It's like again, to me, to have those kind of emotional connections with my work more so than just work. So like this cover's really, really special to me.
Well, that's awesome. No, I mean, it's awesome to hear. And
there's
like
no women in it. There's no women in it. Nobody caught that. Mel didn't draw a woman. So this is extra special.
I mean, it's just
rare.
Yeah, it's just a head though for the creatures. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of anybody's guess.
We don't.
Gender. Female.
We don't assume. We don't assume on the show. So, But these.
Call out.
Oh, go on. Go on. Yes,
Jerry's comment.
What?
The roasted unicorn head joke.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
I had Jesse add that because I have the ash can that when I got back from New York.
Yeah.
That became my 5-year-old daughter's bedtime story.
Oh,
and that was her favorite part because she loves unicorns, and she was like, "How dare they do that?" So I was like, Jesse, and you have him holding the unicorn head in the backhand. He's like, I'm on it. So I had to do that. Just it was one of our favorite parts of the ash can. So
are these both digitally done, or are these traditional art for these covers?
Mine was digital.
Digital.
As I said, I was like, at the time, because I have all these other projects that are all on the plate. So it's like, again, I've been wanting to go more traditional.
Yeah.
Which, again, my wife will tell you, if you look in my kitchen, it's like there's just paint and markers everywhere. And she's just like,
stick digital.
How does it spill off here? But I do want to get into traditional stuff.
Well, that's cool.
Paints, paper, and dots. That's like the kitchen. I'm
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like
the centerpiece for the 300 was traditional. The one I'm trying to find the picture of it.
Oh, that's good.
I have a picture of it somewhere. But here is the digitized version of the ink. So I'll track down the original. Where did you go?
Yeah, we like seeing any type of art on here, whether it's digital or traditional or whatever. So that's why we always ask those type of questions.
As also you can see, my Dustin likes acquiring originals. So
yeah, every once in a while, it's twofold.
This is the first digitized version of it that he sent me.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, look at that. That's so cool.
I'll go through my messages with him. I'll find the pencils while we're
no problem.
No, we appreciate you finding those and sharing.
Oh, it's the time of the show where we plug our guest. Well, we plug our guest to stuff. That didn't sound right.
It went there. I felt.
Yeah, I know. I heard
my foot. So if you guys want to see my feet,
that's the next 20 slides. Right? Every angle.
That's for you, Skiff.
Dustin likes it'll all be blurred because Dustin likes to blur things.
I have censor bars. It's a kid show, so we got to keep it friendly.
Right.
All right. So this is like right in your backyard then. I don't know Utah. Maybe it's like 4 hours away, but
that's 45 minutes. I'm excited about this one. It's the first one this year, and I was like, oh man, I know once I get my first one off, I'll be okay. And local shows, it's funny that local shows are harder than traveling somewhere because then you're like the hotel is a little further away. It's like I got to drive back and forth. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to seeing people. I know once I get there, it'll be fun.
That's
like my wife. It's like dreads the idea of it, and then when you're in it, you're like, all right, this isn't as bad, maybe. So
right. Hopefully. Well, and then when you accept doing it, right, it's usually months away. So in your mind, you're like, oh, this is fine. And then like the week before, all hell's breaking loose. You got all this crap that needs to happen around the house. So it's terrible. But I'm looking forward to this. These guys throw a great show. I did their show in San Antonio. And I know they do one in Houston, maybe in Pasadena. So when they were like,
try to do Houston this year.
I hope I'd like to do Houston.
Well, Brewski
Texas always got the good stuff.
Brewski said he's going to be, or he or she's going to be there. And can I buy you lunch? Can I buy you lunch, Mel? And I recommend Vines, Dots, and M&Ms.
Or barbecue, if you can.
Right, barbecue. Although none of those I should be having because, but. I'd be more than happy to hang out with you, Brewski. That's nice.
That's awesome.
If you're willing to deal with me, you already heard most of it here. So we could have gone like 15 more hours.
I was gonna say, I feel like we've only gotten to the tipping point of how deep it goes, Mel. So
in case we speed up or anything here at all, too, Chris, Mel, anytime you all want to come on again, just let us know. It's been such a blast having you all on.
Absolute pleasure.
As I say, we're in slide 21 of slide 69, so you all may want to jump off here eventually.
We've got it's technically out of 40 for them before we get to the cutoff point.
But we want to make sure and always extend the invitation because it has been really nice having both of you all on. So anytime you have any new projects you want to plug, any new shows, any new commission ops, you're more than welcome. So can I? You buy me like Skiff?
Skiff, you're invited.
I don't make any money.
Skiff, you're invited to Arthur Bryant with us at Planet.
There you go.
Open invitation.
Going to be at Planet.
Yeah. I think he's going to be with Skottie, Stupid Fresh Mess there at Planet.
All right.
I'll even buy your water, Skiff. I'll even buy your water.
So nice.
There you go.
Speaking of the devil, Planet Comic Con is a couple weeks after Nostalgia Con, and both Chris and I can't do this. Skiff. We'll tell Chris. All right, so you all come check out. Skiff will be there as well, so you might want to see him. But this is a loaded show, so Mel, this will be a lot of fun. Hopefully, it's a go. I'm picturing it's gonna be a huge, turnout too. I know, Chris, we had talked earlier about it, kind of not maybe being as big as like a MegaCon show, but the amount of artists they're bringing in this year, and present company included, this is going to be quite a big turnout, I believe.
All right.
Seth,
I'm excited about this.
if y'all ever watched the show before and, probably don't want to, Seth is a guy that we could give a hard time. He comes on here every once in a while. And he is actually flying from Florida to that show. First time he's ever attending. So you all make sure and give Seth a hard time.
All right. You got it.
We can do
Chris,
that.
Chris
I know
knows.
Seth
Chris,
from
yeah.
Instagram and Facebook and all over the place.
Yeah,
Seth's
very
good.
infamous.
Seth is a social person and loves posting and the attention.
Yeah, he likes hugs too. Make sure to give him a hug.
I'm a big hugger myself, so I'm good.
And I found the pencils.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so
So
cool.
there's the original pencils. Unfortunately, it's not for sale. I already tried to buy it.
My next question I was going to ask you. So.
No, it's
read my mind.
Jesse's first image. It's his first image cover. So
That's a
it's
big
I can do a
one.
recreation
Oh.
for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would want to keep it
Which
too.
that's what my Archie is back there. That was his first Archie cover, so he did a recreation of it for me.
Let me see.
Oh, that's so cool.
Let's see it here. Which one is it? Chris?
It's the Yeah.
Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
yeah.
I have my phone and I have my laptop, so I have to look at my laptop because my phone is like this big. So I held up fingers and no one could see. It's this big, so it's hard to see. I don't have my glasses on. I'm getting old. Well, this is the other thing we wanted to make sure and announce, and I saw that Chris had posted it to That Boy Crispy social platform on Instagram. But Mel's commissions for Planet Comic Con are now live and have been. We have some of the examples we're going to show here next, but after you see some of these examples, I dare someone not to jump on Chris's site and try to get some of these orders.
And this is new too. I'm hoping these work. I tested all these beforehand, but we've got QR codes. I find that that's going to be a lot easier than just putting up the website that you can't copy and paste. So hold up your phone, should automatically link to the Chris's site, and then you can get to the commissions from there. So
yeah, and these are awesome. If you follow Mel's Instagram account anyway, and you see some of the art that he puts out there, this is a great opportunity to get something from him, especially if you're not going to shows.
I hate selling crap, so
yeah, you want to buy a lot of it now because you may not get another shot at it. So.
I'll speak for Mel on this one. You want to buy a lot of it. Let me sell it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, these are some of the examples. These are the black and white, 8.5 by 11, the sketch covers. After seeing these two, I was like, I got to get some more of these. I've got to buy. And then the color, the 8.5 and 11 by color Wonder Woman, which Chris does one of the best Wonder Womans in the business. Just a beautiful, beautiful example there.
You don't want to see my one.
Oh, now I do.
we do.
Now I really have to see it.
You show us your Wonder Woman. Dustin will show you his Gert from I Hate Fairyland. So
It's awful. It's horrible.
I've seen his Gert. It's better than my stick figure.
Oh, okay. That sounds like we have a sketch off on here. And then the Exquisite Corpses sketch cover that Mel has did. And Chris was kind enough to send some that Mel has already been working on. Yeah. Someone got a killer Gert. I'm not going to say who it is. Yeah. So, and She-Ra, of course, is such a great figure. And then these are some more. There was one that was like a combination of all of them. It had a Wonder Woman hidden in it too, and I meant to add that one. And
you're all good. They're all cleaned up now. They're all done.
Yeah, he sent me pictures late last night, but my old butt was asleep.
No, that's all right.
Let's see him.
Oh wow! Look at that!
Yeah.
Holy
man! I tried to whistle, my mouth's dry.
Absolute Poison Ivy is phenomenal.
Oh, there we go.
Dadgone it, Mel. There goes my way.
Late last night.
Yeah.
So,
that's
Yeah. I love seeing the clean lines though, and then that finish again. Just the yeah, so good.
That was the one in the top left hand corner there too. That one was really good. Yeah, Scaff has claimed the Psylocke, so
That one's already sold, Scaff, unfortunately.
but I'm sure Mel will want to do another 1 or 2 or 10 if people order them. So yeah, definitely order them tonight before Mel's prices shoot up because those are so great.
Well, I was going to say, are these only convention pickups, or these are also for mail too as well?
This was the first time I was like, well, we'll open up the mail one.
Okay.
I don't even like open up pre-show. Like I did it for New York, which I was mad about, but it ended up working out all right. So I was like, okay, I'll open them up. But I figured if I open it up, because I get people like, hey, I'm like, no, I don't do commissions unless you see me at a show and I'm in that place where that's what I'm saying. I like my art, everything that I create it for me. So like even when I do commissions, I'm like, oh, I hope they like this because I'm making it for me first. You know what I'm saying? So I hate giving commissions because I'm like, this is not what they might expect from me, or this might be what they thought of me. So I don't like opening up my commissions, especially if I don't know the person. It makes it like I get really stressed really easy. So most of the times I'm like, but I have a lot of people like, I just want a piece of your art. And so I figured I'll test it out this time just to see. And they've all been stuff that I've enjoyed, every once in a while.
And I'll speak for firsthand. I love it, Bill. I didn't know you before today.
It's not even mine, and it looks fantastic. And it's similar to Wayshack, because I'm getting a commission from Wayshack, and his are similar where he knows, like you said, he's doing it for him clearly. So it's like he doesn't take payment until you go see it, and he's like, if you like it, you pick it. If you don't, and which is so interesting to me. But I'm like, dude, whatever you like. I'm getting it because of you, not because of I'm like, that's why I want it. Is so
Well, it took me a long time to get over. Like my first few commissions, I was like, I can't do this. I swore up and down, I was like, I won't do this. But who was that? There was my first commission. My buddy Matt, who was helping me at at Dallas. He's like, Mel, the coolest thing I ever saw was I got a commission from this artist, and he told me a story while he drew it. And as he finished the story, he finished the commission. He said, I thought that was He's like, I thought that was magical. He's like, you should do that, Mel. And I'm like, screw you, dude. The next lady that comes over to my booth, she's like, oh yeah, I want to get this commission. I'm like, all right. And Matt goes, no, don't leave. Mel's going to do that commission right now, and he's going to tell you a story while he does it. I'd never been so pissed. I was like, what? I'm drawing all mad. I'm laughing, but I'm mad. Right? And I tell her that exact same story, and I finished the commission as I wrapped it up, and I hand it to her, and she looked at me and she said, that was magical. And I was like,
that made it worth
it. It did, but again, that's what I'm saying. It was that moment that I realized, like what somebody else sees, right? And to me, I was looking at like, oh God, I hate all my work.
Yeah, now you set the standard. Skeff is one story now. Every time you draw,
I'm gonna be talking about a Skeff. Like Skeff knows all the Skeff stories.
So for these pieces here, someone had commented about doing sketch covers for Dork because you did a cover. We had talked to Chris earlier about you possibly doing some K-pop Demon Hunter sketches.
Oh man,
that's Tyler's sweet spot.
I had a girl cry when I gave her I was trying to tell her when I watched that movie. I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. And I was like, trying to grab my daughter, but my friend's wife directed it and he boarded on it. So I was like, I'm going to watch it just for that. There was like no, and I was like, wow, that was really good. And then I went to the first show and I was like, oh, there's all these people cosplaying. So I was like, oh, they got a hit on their hands. Because as soon as somebody starts cosplaying, and my first 3 commissions for that next show after I saw it was Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
And I remember the first girl came up and I was like, I can't remember which guy it was, but she was like, you wanted hat. And I don't draw men. So I was like, look, I don't draw men so if you're all right with that. She's like, yeah. So I drew it, and like she just cried. She was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I hope
That's
you're
super.
prepared for a 30-year-old plus man to cry too.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
When you're ready for
Well,
it.
that's
This is
I'm
my
proud.
cardboard cutout of the demon boys from the movie. So
I don't hate, so I
Yeah.
will make sure I put that in there.
yeah, yeah.
It was
And
a great movie.
Tyler may cry. He may cry whenever he sees them. So
Right? That's all
don't
right.
be
Tears
worried.
of joy, yeah.
But
Right?
yeah, check out this QR code. I mean, I'm trying to. I can't sell this enough for Chris and Mel.
Yeah.
This is an incredible opportunity. Hopefully, you all take it. When I saw it was a mail-in, I thought I've got to do this because to get a piece from Mel, it is so difficult. Just because the cons, I can only go to a handful of cons every year. So this was
Did you want
awesome.
me to write? Did you want me to write first? Because I don't think I've ever drawn her outside of the comic cover.
That's
So she's like
Oh,
my
wow.
first commission.
absolutely, yeah. I
if you
never,
want
yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
told me, like, I went to a convention, and they're like, "Hey, I'll just have you draw Wonder Woman." And somebody had said, another guy who drew Spider-Man, I can't remember the name of the artist, and he was like, he's like, I like drawing something other than something that I'd always draw. He's like, I can draw it, but if you're collecting something, he's like, have me draw something that I've never done before. And I heard that, and I was like, that's actually, if somebody would give me, because he's like, I like the challenge. And I was like, so I tell people that. It's like, so when it was Gert, I was like, oh, I haven't drawn her. And
That's awesome. Yeah.
and
That's really
Skottie,
cool.
Skottie does such a great job. Again, I don't like any of my work, so that Gert I did for that cover, I was like disappointed in myself.
Oh, it was great. No, dude.
I
Yeah,
get,
no.
I get what people said, but I said for me personally. So to draw her
Yeah.
up again was fun. So I appreciate you giving me that cover, but I'll write.
No, yeah, said right to my favorite YouTuber.
Okay,
I'd rather write to my certified good buddy Dustin,
no,
my
Jeff
first
said-
Gert commission.
Jeff said second favorite YouTuber.
Oh, Skip, you
Yeah.
said. No, it's funny because Jay Foskett was on here before, and he did the Popeye cover for I Hate Fairyland
Yeah.
45,
Yeah.
and he drew. I got him to write. I didn't realize it was his first Gert commission, so he
Oh.
wrote first Gert commission. So I'm like, and I got Brett Bean's first Dort commission. So I'm collecting first commission.
Interact
So,
with it, yeah.
so as soon as you said that, I got so excited I couldn't even talk. I was like, yes,
Right?
please
No,
write that up.
Yeah, because that's what I said. Like, to me, I'm all, especially like to go back as somebody did. I can't wait to go back when someone's like, I got your first this, or I got your first of that. Like,
No, it's an honor. Yeah, I enjoy it. Thank you.
Well, now I'm disappointed I didn't get your first K-pop demon.
well, I can't. I have to think. I haven't drawn. No, have I drawn Dirt? I don't think I've drawn
Dirt.
Dirt.
That's what I was going to say. Dirt.
Derpy was
Yeah,
going
that's
to
a
be
good
on
one.
my,
That's a good
my
one.
radar. So
So Dirt, but I think I drew the main K-pop Demon Hunter, but I've drawn all
Really?
three girls.
okay, so
Yeah.
I was going to
And
ask you.
I
if
may
you
have.
drew all three.
I think I might have drawn Abs.
That'd be
gosh.
great. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think I've drawn Ab.
Well, one of our favorite Saturday Night Live skits was Bad Bunny skit where the
yeah.
K-pop. So you could draw Bad Bunny with a
Bad
K-pop
Bunny.
Demon Hunter shirt on. So we'll be good with it. But yeah, you all check it out. They're live right now on that Chris P Comics website. QR code. Good Lord. QR code is working. This is the 2-hour point. We started getting sloppy at that one time, but one more time to check these beautiful commissions out.
Yeah, gorgeous pieces.
Jerry, the Absolute Hawk Girl sketch. Mel did an entire line.
Oh,
An entire Absolute line.
Oh.
yeah.
Man, I wish we could have highlighted those.
Yeah,
for-
grab that. Yeah.
It was Absolute
Oh.
Justice League.
Yeah, I was just for kicks and grins. I was like, again, I get on a stick. So it was like I started with the Trinity, right? You start Batman, and then I was like, but they need to have an Absolute Justice League, right? But like Martian Manhunter messed me up because I was like, he doesn't have a real form in the comic book or a suit. So I kind of blended him with the animated series, and then I was like, well, let's just keep going with them, and then I was like, again. I did it for about a month, and I'm like, oh, I need to do, but busy with work, so I skipped to the next thing. Should revisit those because I was going to do an Absolute Teen Titans one too, and then just keep going as far as I could. We'll see.
Yeah, I have left the show.
Awesome, yeah.
I'm looking at Mel's Instagram page now. So
Yeah.
Tyler, you may have to take over for the rest of the show.
It's a rabbit hole. Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like
It is.
so many. And I love too that you post so much. That's what's so cool is that you know, kind of going back to your Mel Made Dukes, you know, you just post it, you know, you just get it on there, not for the social aspect, but just to get it out there, which is cool because it's just so much to take in, which is awesome. So
Yeah, I appreciate. Like I said, a lot of people like because when I used to live stream. So when we go back to my YouTube channel, my defunct YouTube channel, I enjoyed it, but it was again a lot of work. So I started streaming on Twitch, was a little bit more freeing for me because then people would be like, "Hey, can I just draw with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just draw." And so there'd be people like, "I want to draw to see if I can be as fast as you." And I'd always tell them, you're never trying to, like, when you see somebody who you think draws fast, they're not really drawing fast. They're drawing on purpose, right? So they're laying down everything. So when people look and they're like, I'm going to draw this, it's just like, well, I just lay my lines down and I have enough confidence to say that's where it needs to be and just move on to the next thing. But it's not speed. So I hated the gussiness of YouTube and I hated doing like speed, you know, like the speed paints and stuff where they don't really get to see you falter and fail. So I stopped YouTube. Right when it was getting popular, and I started getting monetized, and I was like, do I want to make this my living? And I was like, well, I'd rather enjoy just doing art, you know.
Man, Skett's relentless. He's trying to get that Psylocke.
He wants it. He wants it.
Yeah, jump to that side.
You can taste it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. One more.
One.
Oh, did I go too far?
No, I accidentally skipped one too. It's this Saturday for
Oh, okay, I got you. We did at the same time. Yeah, so there, you all will be doing a Whatnot show now. What all is going to be being sold on this? Is it signed comics, or are you going to be signing remarks or crisp? Chris, do you know about how you got this set up?
That's going to be up to how much energy Mel has as convention of the year.
Yeah, it's usually he'll
like
go
a 2-hour shoot the S show.
Yeah.
Well, that's even better.
Chris just makes me feel like I said, it's just we're just at the end of the night chilling, you know, and BS, and again, I don't like selling stuff, so it's just a way for me to just be like, oh, if somebody wants to pick it up, and I'm sketching and loose before I do commissions or something. It's just nice to do something that's, again, I'm not selling. I just want to just chill and hang out. So.
Yeah.
Chris makes me feel
literally us doing what we're doing here tonight.
Yeah.
Except he's sketching live.
Yeah.
And at the end, we sell a few things.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like no pressure.
Yeah, Seth looks like he's going to try to pop into your show behind this. So if you all see a guy kind of walking behind him multiple times,
he's going to crash.
Yeah, shoo him off. Shoo him off. Yeah, no, shoo him off. Yeah, if you have a spray bottle like a cat, he'll go running. So don't get him.
Well, again, scan that code. It'll take you right to the Whatnot.
Make sure and save it, and follow Crisp on there as well. And I'm not saying Crisp. It feels like I say Crisp every time.
It gets in there every now and then.
I know, but yeah, follow Chris on Whatnot so you don't miss this show. You miss the Sunday show that's coming up in March, and also towards the end of February, our guest next week, Brett Bean. Good gosh, we'll be on Whatnot with Chris.
I almost said that out loud. We're children.
We're plugging that.
That's a different
I'm gonna call him that from now on. It's already there. I'm like,
oh God.
Right. I don't think he likes us to begin with, so that
he's begrudgingly coming on, So, but yeah, February 27th. This is I think this is the first mass signing Whatnot for Dork. So make sure and scan that code and save this show as well, and not only show Mel and Brett, but also show Chris support for not just these shows, but Chris does a lot of AM shows. I forget the exact name of them, but it's like something with coffee or something. There's some morning shows that you do on there, Chris. So make sure and check out.
It varies every day.
Okay.
We do have I do have a special one for the Brett show.
Ooh.
This was his test cover when I bought 100 copies of this book.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And had him sign all 100 of them.
Darkstalker. Yeah.
So many SIGs. That's great.
He doesn't know that's going to be in the Whatnot. He just threw it in with the 100 that I bought. But
That's amazing.
I'm going to run it,
Definitely,
and he's
marking
going to get
that
all the
show.
proceeds from that one.
That's really cool.
Well,
I
Seth
love
is
those
redeeming.
Oh.
pages.
He's bringing M&M, so everything's good. He's going to
I'm
help
good
y'all
with
out.
that.
Okay. Can't flaw him for that. All right. So support our guys here. Check out our good buddies. Check out these shows and every other appearance they're having. Dallas Comic Show is also coming up for Mel and Chris. This is in Lewisville, Texas on April 25th or April 26th. A lot of the, I think the information for this one, they still got some 2025 information up there. But whenever it gets refreshed, make sure and check it out and go support our guys there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
if y'all
before
make
that, I
it to
might be-
Louisville,
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I might be in Tennessee right before that show for
Mhm.
and Tony Bancroft's animation role.
Oh,
Oh,
So I
very
might
cool.
be. They said I'm going. They told me I'm going, so
That's
I'll be
okay, yeah.
doing. But it hasn't been solidified yet. But Tom reached out to me the other day and said, "Hey, you want to do the show?" And I said, "Yep." And he said, "Okay, plan it." So
That's
cool.
very
Do
cool.
you know what part of Tennessee that's going to be in? I'm pretty close
I
to
have
Nashville.
no idea. I think what's the school
animation
that he's?
show, right?
What's
Yeah, animation, yo.
It's
I
a
think it's.
suburb of Nashville, I think.
Oh, sweet. I might.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is it Lipscomb
Yeah,
University?
let's go University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lipscomb?
I'm
Oh,
about an hour and a half from there, so I may swing by there if it's on a weekend.
Let me know
I'm
if you do.
available. Yes, sir. I sure will. So
But for any
Steph-
of the diehard comic people, yeah, go to Indiana Comic Con.
yeah.
Any of the diehard
I'll
comic
switch up.
people.
Bowl, baby, come see me.
This show in Louisville, it's literally a 2-day show in an abandoned City Trends store in a mall.
Oh, wow.
oh wow.
But 90% of vendors are comic vendors, and they usually have James O'Barr, like 3 or 4 animation voices. Miko's been there a couple times. It's a really good show if you just want to dig through boxes for comics.
And barbecue.
And yes, barbecue. And come get some
Always
art without
important.
having to wait in a massive
Yeah,
line.
Awesome.
that's fair, yeah.
And potential cons, these are loaded cons here. Heroes Con, Terrificon, and Denver Fan Expo. Oh, Skiff. But yeah, we're really hoping we have a group meetup at Heroes. So we'd love. So many of our certified good buddies are coming to Heroes. So the more the merrier.
We'll be
We're
handing
really
out
hoping y'all.
stickers, so
Yeah, we're getting stickers. Yeah, that's if you didn't have a reason to come, there it is. Certified good buddy stickers.
Yeah.
So it's like cancel all my appointments in June. We've got that, but we're hoping to see because Terrificon's another great con. Mitch, I know he's a member of the Skottie Young Appreciation Group. Terrificon likes a lot of the stuff posted in there. So great group there. And Denver Fan Expo, another big one.
Who's going to those shows? Heroes Con, they start sending out emails supposedly in 2 days. So
I'm
just waiting.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
waiting for approval. Terrificon, I already have a table there. Mel told me the other night he's going.
Awesome.
I
That's
take it
good.
back now.
Oh,
But he
yeah.
told me he's going.
No takebacks. No
9
takebacks.
people know that now. Okay, the
Yeah.
9 people watching.
Yeah,
So.
it's been spoken.
He was like, "You gonna do MegaCon?" I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, but
And if you keep asking at that point, like when I heard that one,
It's
I was like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope. I don't want to do shows." But I think once I get my first one done, I'll be back in the saddle again.
More prepped, yeah.
that's
Right.
awesome. So, last but not least, this is we want to make sure to do
Thanks
this
for
plug.
that.
Tyler.
Yeah, and I
this is
totally
Tyler.
forgot to do a QR code too for this link. I haven't finished it, so my wife and I are big Aaron Blaze supporters. She's got like the lifetime, everything kind of a deal. So I started watching this one, and yeah, it was a blast to hear you talk, and then also get to see you walk through the process. So yeah, you can $20 gets you lifetime streams. You can pay an extra $5 for downloads, but it's nearly 7 hours of content. It's just Mel going through. If you love Mel's art and you want to know how he does it, this is your perfect gateway.
Yep.
It's the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. And check out Creature Art Teacher too, because Aaron Blaze has created such an amazing educational site for all kinds of varying artists, from landscape painters to comic artists to movies, film, to, anything. And check out his Snow Bear, his animated feature film that recently released in the past few months. Amazing beautiful animated film he did over the past 3 years himself. Sketching, painting, animating, all of that stuff. So, yeah, can't support them enough. So
Awesome.
Yes. No, like I said, and he was, again, there's a very, very rare person to get me do stuff that I don't want to do. As you notice, Chris said I'm doing terrific on.
Yeah, Chris is one of those people.
As I said, I think before this show, I had 3 other people ask me to do their shows, and I was like, nope. So
yeah. Well, thank you, Chris.
Chris put that up, and I was like, oh. Well, and then, like I said, I'm a fan of Skottie, so you guys' name works out,
Thank goodness.
And
we chose.
And then, like I said, to work on Brett Beans and have a space to talk about that, I was like, okay, that's cool. So it was easy, and you guys made it really easy. So
thank goodness.
We definitely try our best. Yeah, that's our whole goal is to just promote our guests, yourself and Chris, and because again, we're so passionate about collecting and and following and getting your art and all that stuff. So it's like, man, if we can have you on to just to bounce you back and hopefully hit more people and all that stuff, then that's a night for us. So
we're fans first and foremost. So for us not to fanboy out the whole show is a miracle. We try to stay composed, and we fail most of the time, but we try.
Well, see, that's like I said, I'm coming from that. That's why I don't like most of the shows. I don't like coming on as a guest. I don't promote hey, here's all the things I work. I don't even like doing that. But I just like nerding out and talking about art. And so,
well, we've got the introductory show out of the way. So next time you come on, it'll just be pure nerding out the whole time. So like life for Chris, we can talk about anything that you want to, anything that Chris wants to.
Have you brought Skeff on?
Yes, Skeff has been on. He's been on.
He went south really quick, didn't it?
Yeah, he was on for our Halloween trivia show and was answering the questions before anybody else could. So.
Oh man, I forgot. Yeah.
So
I guess Skeff wins.
The guest heckler.
That's exactly. Yeah, he's professional at that.
Right.
But these are all Mel's social media sites.
Yeah, this one links to just the Instagram. I couldn't figure out. I wanted to get all 3, but Instagram and ArtStation, we're the big followers.
I don't use the other ones anyway, so LinkedIn is
works
just,
out.
I threw it on there. I was like, you want to see all the nice things people have said.
Well, that's why I said it's like when people hey, I've gotten where people will say, hey, send this so we can put. I'm like, I don't care what you put up there. Most people don't know. Most people don't know who the fuck I am anyway. So that's why I said it's like I don't like promoting myself. Usually people are like, oh, I don't know. Even when I do shows, majority of people come up to my table have no idea who I am, and then they'll look and oh, the art is nice, And then they'll go to the Instagram and they're like, holy crap! And I'm like, but I'm still the same guy. I'm just you didn't know me, and I was like, all that is meaningless. Right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather be like, oh, hey, I really like what he did, and let's talk art. I don't care about the rest of it, right?
That's fair.
Well, now the time that everybody can participate in, it's giveaway time.
Oh, I thought it was for me.
Oh,
what are we doing first?
I'll just play.
Let's see. The giveaway time. These are the 2 books that will be given away. So the first one, I had to remember Mel's question first. I had to remember which one put in there. So if you want to blow up Chris real quick so you can see a better, beautiful.
That lovely heart signature there.
Yes. I put all that love in there.
So the first person to answer this question correctly and was hopefully paying attention to the first part of the show. Skeff.
I will win.
All right. Are your mark? Get set. What was the latest MCU property that Mel was a concept artist for?
Ooh.
All right. Skeff 1. Smurfs. No, it's not
Change your
Smurfs.
question, Mel. Sorry.
Yeah. Smurfs.
On him.
Oh.
I did.
Oh, did you change? Okay. Yeah. Smurfs will appear in it. Yeah. What was his first?
What was my latest? Ooh.
Latest release. Latest
release.
Oh, release. Yeah. Okay.
You gotta, people are guessing the wrong of the two because I put them in the wrong order on the slide. So here's to throw you off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, come on. Well, everybody's guessing the one on the right.
There's only 2.
Yeah, chronologically, it'd be right. Is the one on the right, but that's not Friendly
Also, they're
Neighborhood
giving the
Spider-Man.
wrong name. If I remember, I think it was Friendly Neighbor Who Spider-Man. So.
That's right, Hootie Spider-Man. Yeah, so.
Oh.
Yeah. Judges, are we going to allow it? Are we going to allow it, judges?
Yes.
Okay. Mel's giving it the thumbs up. So we were looking for eyes of Wakanda, but we'll allow it. Britain. Yeah. We'll. Yeah.
There we go.
So
that's
Britain,
going to Britain.
Britain. I'll get a note on it, and just let me know when you got the shipping address.
But say he's a best friend of mine, so I can easily get you that real quick. So, but really, it'll just be my address. But he will.
Glasgow. I was going to say Glasgow, Kentucky. That's mine. So
I'll get it to you real quick, Britain.
We're a sneaky bunch here.
Yeah.
So.
It says.
See, my question was, how many licks does it take till they get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Oh, so which answer are we going with? The Owl's answer?
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to be a trick, but the world will never know, right?
That's the other.
That's the
Yeah.
answer.
One.
But the owl said so. If you go with that,
Yeah. So we could have had a controversy here. So.
I know, right?
Everybody's guessing. You don't win.
Right. I was going to say, hey, well, we'll put this one in there. Anybody that's going to Planet.
Ooh.
Okay, well, what's a good question? I will sketch you a headshot for free.
Good Lord. Let me log into my other account here. So.
Chris, you come up with a question. My brain doesn't work. But whoever answers it and is going to Planet, if they answer it correctly, I'll draw you a free head sketch on an 8.5
question about you or about life in general?
You've got my attention.
Just whatever question, like maybe a comic book question, seeing as I don't know any of those. A good comic book question.
Okay, since Downey Jr. is playing Doom now, what was the first appearance of Iron Man as Dr. Doom, where his identity was revealed?
Oh, I don't know that. I'm lost. Come on. Ryan said Kansas City. No, that's not it.
I might have it handy. Let's see.
Skiff said 5. No, I don't think that's it.
He did say Infamous before.
Ah.
In a comic, yes.
In a comic.
Not Infamous. That's the cover everyone thinks of.
Oh, yeah, because we got another Jerry said Infamous Iron Man as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's logging off the show now to go look it up and see.
Google.
Exiles 23.
First appearance of Iron Man as Doom, and his identity is revealed.
Is it Exiles 23? I don't know what that.
It's right here.
What is it? Oh, so it's not that.
Oh.
I like that. So quick to
I'll
grab
give you a
that,
hint.
too.
It's a team up.
Hint.
A
team
team
up.
It's a team up.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm Googling it.
Someone get on Key Collector. Get on Key Collector quick.
Who's going to get it?
Listen, I wasn't even going to Planet.
Yeah, I am now.
I happen to have it in my whatnot tomorrow night. That's the only reason it popped in my head.
I was wondering, I was like, man, you had that.
Hey,
ready.
Jerry.
Oh,
Did Jerry beat me to it? Dead gone it, Jerry.
look at that.
Marvel Team Up 3.
What
That's a
character
cool
what character you want in there, Jerry?
Marvel Team Up 3. Let me make a note. Jerry, what do you want for your head sketch?
Yeah, what do you want for your head sketch?
Wow, congrats,
this is
Jerry.
exciting. This is the most exciting giveaway I think we've ever did, Mel.
I think you want,
Yeah, I'm excited about this. And Jerry's a faithful viewer. He's been here since day one, so I'm glad to.
Dustin head sketch.
Yeah, come on. Nobody wants it. The paper's not big enough for my head on there. So. Oh, give it. He's got time. Come on, Phil. We'll get there. We'll go ahead and ask the next question.
There's no rush.
Jerry, you're going to be there, right? He's going to be there.
I think so. Yeah. Are you going to be
I think Jerry would.
Planet?
And you can always, if you don't know what you want right now, you can always shoot me a message.
Yeah, you could just. I was just going to draw it up tonight while I'm eating, so it'd just be my end of the night wind down. But if you don't know, no rush.
Yeah, so naked Burt Reynolds on a rug.
Oh, damn.
That's not it's not a head sketch. It's got to be a head sketch.
No, see, it's answers like that that's the reason why I don't open up my commission list.
that was Skeff. That was James Skeffington III.
Right.
Skeff, I think you need to lay off the water there, Skeff.
There you go. Rocket Raccoon.
All right, and it'll be a first. I've never drawn Rocket Raccoon.
I was going to ask, that's
good job.
Cool.
All right, Jerry.
Congratulations, Jerry.
I'll have that ready for you. If not, Dustin or Tyler, you going to be at Planet? You said you guys are going? No.
Unfortunately not.
Planet?
No, not this year.
No, not that. We'll be at Heroes. That'll be the next one after. But we'll see you there. I mean,
I've got a note for you, Mel. I'll send it your way.
Okay.
Either tonight or tomorrow morning.
If you only draw the head sketch of Burt Reynolds, he's always naked. So
if we know you're going to be a
breaking news.
Oh, Jerry's unlikely.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
So if I give it to Skeff, he'll be able to get it to you?
Ooh, that's sketchy.
I don't know. Skeff's just going to take it.
Skeff or Seth, one of those two guys.
That might be the more reliable, but I don't know. I hold on.
Just personalize it, and then that way they won't want it. So.
Well, Jerry, we'll figure a way. Regardless, we'll get it to you, seeing as you're, a big supporter of this place. So.
Yeah. Oh, Skeff don't like her.
Skeff said he doesn't like rockets, so he's got it.
Yeah.
He's gonna give it away.
Everybody's all of a sudden everybody have generous hearts offering to pick it up for Jerry. Jerry will never see that sketch. So.
Jerry, just shoot me a message on Instagram just to make sure it gets to you.
All right, awesome. But we have one more book to give away. Eyes of One Continent. No, that's not the book we have to give away.
No,
Chris's next question. Or Chris's question next, and this is for his shop exclusive for Dork issue number 1, limited to only 500 copies. Such a cool cover. And the question is, I was making sure you didn't hit it at the same time, so we didn't show the answer.
Oh no, I was letting you. Yeah.
Yes. I'll hit it. Okay. Which artist has Chris received the most signatures from?
This one hasn't been. This one's you just gotta take a while.
There's only a few artists out there, so see if you can guess which one it is. Yeah.
And the answer is not Skeff. So
it's not Skeff. Snyder, good guess, but no. Brett Bean, no. Dragotta, no. Adam Hughes.
Britton's going for the double win. Oh, Ryan.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, too far down. This is why we don't Mr. Skottie Young, estimated around 2,500 books that Skottie has. And that's the look he had on his face the whole time he was signing books.
You're back.
Yeah, come on. So congratulations, Ryan. That's awesome. That is a great book. I still need to pick it up before it sells out. So, so that's it. That's the
Yes, that's it, Skeff. That's it, Skeff.
So now we're hitting a new part of the show, a part of the show we've never did before. Mel and Chris will be our first participants.
The red blue pill. Oh my goodness! Do you take the blue pill? Do you want to see how far the rabbit hole goes? Do you want to go along with us as we do our next segment, or you can get off, and that's totally fine too.
With dignity.
Totally so, yes, with dignity. You can sign out with no problem.
I could probably stay another 10 minutes.
You can dip out whenever. Yeah.
Anytime you want to go, you can go. Yeah. This next part is really just stuff we got, things we like, and who's coming on the show next. So anytime you want to go, interrupt us, please do, because we want to make sure and say goodbye in case.
Give the wave, give the sign.
Hey, Chris, it's up to you if you're wanting to stay there.
Well, y'all are about to talk about Mr. Brett Bean, so of course I'm going to stay.
Okay.
We are, yes.
All right. So,
Dustin, you gotta.
We're fighting against the grain here. You take over.
I'm
stopping.
You need a sign, that would.
My hands are up. So
this is a newer segment. Our favorite things of the week that we started doing. We like asking our guests to, whatever happened the last week. that stood out or that, was your favorite thing or, that you would like to talk about. So
TV,
Dustin,
movie, music.
Yep.
We had asked Chris before you came on, Mel. He's got one in his mind. So while we're talking, if you want to think of your favorite thing of the week, my son, I downloaded a song, and I know we're a big bluegrass music fans here. Actually, this is what I used to do to torture my family on vacation. As we would drive on vacation, I would put the bluegrass station on Sirius and just play as long as I can until they started screaming at me to turn it off. And every once in a while, a song would come out I'd like, but my family is from West Virginia, so there's a lot of banjo playing and guitar playing on the back porch. But anyway, there's a young man named Dylan Gossett. Poetry, this song, Beneath Oak Trees, such a beautiful song. Me and my son have listened to it approximately 100 times. He doesn't like this type of music at all. Normally we're listening to the Jonas Brothers or something like that. But that lyric that I put up there, it's such an earworm. I recommend everybody listen to this song. And he's got another song that's pretty good. But if you're a big fan of like a Zach Bryan or someone like that, they play him on his station on Sirius Radio. So definitely check this song out. Favorite thing of the week. Burn up my car listening to it. And I wouldn't recommend going too deep into the bluegrass hole or else your family may leave you. So that's all I got.
Hey, on the bluegrass note, highly underrated bluegrass album. Dierks Bentley put out a bluegrass album.
Really?
Back in, I don't know, 2005-ish. Very underrated bluegrass album.
I'll check it out.
That's my only bluegrass comment.
Yeah, you get a good fiddle. You get a good fiddle playing. Yeah, I start whistling and tapping my foot, and my West Virginian roots come out in me, and I can't hide them. So,
love it.
All right, Tyler.
Well, I'm going sappy with mine too. So this past weekend, I flew up to South Carolina for what was supposed to be my grandfather's 90th birthday party. That unfortunately got snowed out, as you can see here. We got 6 inches while we were there. But it turned into a great family retreat weekend with my brother and his wife, and my sister and my mom and stepdad. So it was cool. Gonna say stepdad. But it was cool getting to see everybody and just hunker down, play games, just hang out and chill and everything. And so that's my wife and I on the right. So don't often get to see snow anymore being down in Florida, but this was fun to get to go do. But I would be remiss, of course, if I didn't have something K-pop Demon Hunters.
There we go.
I love K-pop Demon Hunters.
I hadn't seen this one.
Last week I showed off all my pops because all the Funko Pop figures released.
Yes.
I was missing one though, so I finally picked up the Chase version of Genu with his scars showing there on his body. So not to be confused with the regular version, which I also one. So not to be confused with that one. And then the news that broke today that those on the right are the Fortnite skins we're getting, because I'm a big Fortnite player. So we're getting round 2 of K-pop Demon Hunter skins with Genu in both his regular and demon form, and then the girls in their golden outfits. So it is a good time to be a K-pop Demon Hunters fan like myself, and you're just living it up. Yeah, I will cosplay. I'll cosplay as Rumi or Abby. I don't have abs. I'll draw them on.
But
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Brewski, I didn't know if they were tuning off, but they said they found a new channel to subscribe to on YouTube and got to learn about Mel and Chris. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. I didn't know if they were saying goodbye, so I just wanted to give them a shout out.
Gotcha. No, yeah, totally understandable. But speaking of Brett, I picked this up. Dustin and I got this after Seth pointed out. It's one of Brett's previous comics, Spaced Out. So Dustin found a site that was selling it, and thankfully they were also selling it with a sketch in it. So each one had a different one. So this is back when he was doing his 3D signature there. But just a random little character from his comic book there. So, and
we won't say what Tyler called it whenever he sent the image to me.
I was like, oh my goodness, I got the very phallic looking alien. That's very fun.
But
I love that. So
that's Stewart NG is the book place. The plug for them. I know a lot of people shop at Stewart NG, so yeah, that was a special one.
This is Seth previously showed off a knockoff of Skottie's book, so this one's confirmed real.
Seth showed off a book that was a Seek and Find I Hate Fairyland book that was printed the day he ordered it, and it was so many red flags that it was a bootleg copy. until he got on air and started showing it, and we realized live on air that it was not a book that Skottie had anything to do with. So
I don't think this is real. Yeah, official.
very embarrassing moment for us.
We now have our artist alleys. This is where we've, we like to promote and celebrate artists that we've had on the show previously and what all they're getting up to. So, starting off with Jamie Jones, he'll be appearing at OAX. His commissions are still open, so that's for February 20th to the 22nd. If you can't, for whatever reason, get down here to Florida, then Dustin and I would be happy to grab the sketch and then send it to you. Or I think even Jamie would, if you reach out to him. But I wanted to call out this amazing piece he just did for Dustin, of course. Larry getting punched in the face by Gert.
Such a unique theme that Derek has perfected it in the latest issues of I Hate Fairyland. It's like a Skottie monster, Frankenstein monster, and just there's a reoccurring theme of Larry getting punched by Gert. So I asked Jamie to do the paint. He's been doing these 5x7 paintings, which is something new that he's just offering for the show. So he knocked it out of the park. Did a great job.
Literally, yeah.
And
that bottom one, of course, another formatting error. That's the 16x20. That's multiple cover quality characters. That one's 1,000, but the rest of them are here, so you can still go on OAX's website and get the commission, or even just reach out. I think Dustin just asked this one of Jamie, just off the cuff kind of a deal. But definitely suggest. He's got great pieces, and these 5x7s especially are. I wanted to call out because you were big on the first. I don't know if you noticed the number 3. I don't know if he's numbering these new ones as kind of like a new thing there. So
I missed it.
So I was like kind of wondering. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to get one of the first 5x7s that he's done. So
awesome.
And then of course Brett Bean. It's Dork Day. It's Brett's Day. He'll be at MegaCon March 19th to the 22nd. He'll also be at C2E2 March 27th to the 29th. These are the ones he's announced. I'm sure there'll be others that follow. His commissions. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, don't forget tomorrow is his 50th birthday. So
yes,
if you see him on social media anywhere, make sure and wish him a happy birthday tomorrow.
He hopefully won't be. He'll be chilling in Hawaii. Getting R&R. But afterwards, when he gets back, I'm sure he'll see
He'll appreciate it. Yeah.
His commissions are also open. Again, just some gorgeous examples from him. The pricing there on the left. These go through, and I just realized I didn't have this. Goes through Comic Sketch Art, correct?
That's correct.
So reach out to them. I think you can also reach out to Brett though if you want to reach out straight through him. I've got mine loaded up for MegaCon. I cannot wait to pick up. I mean, it's just, again, as we all know, Brett, our good buddy here, does some awesome stuff. So I especially love the princess down there in the bottom left from Dungeon Crawler Carl. So it's so fun to see these characters get sketched out with his style now. So
you can read straight out to him
as well. So
his website brettb.com.
Yep.
Has a contact us button.
Yeah. Any new items? Yes, this is the section we normally do. And so I removed, I didn't tell Dustin this, but I removed Skottie from the section just because
we extracted it.
Oftentimes we'll have either Skottie or maybe have somebody else. So I kind of wanted to give a more blanket approach, which I realized that's where I was supposed to show off the spaced out, and I did it ahead of time. So.
Well,
anything you've got, Dustin?
Yeah, I can it'll just take me about 30 seconds to run through. But Tyler just handed me his book, so
deja vu.
I don't know where my camera's at. That's wrong.
I like that, the little horns, the long face.
So that came from Stuart NG, and of course,
yes, the dork.
Chiefcomics.com had my books there and ready to go, including the
very nice Ryan Otley.
Yeah, so great. Appreciate Chief Comics in Glasgow and Bowling Green, Kentucky. Also had the Magic and Colossus Skottie cover.
Magic Colossus.
And last but not least, Phil Noto original sketch cover.
Yeah, that one is beautiful.
Which is crazy because this is going to be a 1 in 1,000 ratio variant cover that he did. He did it digitally, and then he did a recreation on a sketch cover and sold it for cheaper than what the 1 in 1,000 cover is selling for. So this is original art. I'll try to get this encapsulated. And this is the blanks that the Ultimate Universe had.
Yeah.
So he signed it up here at the top like it was an actual Bristol board. So, but yeah, if you look at the digital image, this is very close to it, and probably as close as you can get for the original art for that cover. So, yeah,
Yeah,
very
that's
proud of that
gorgeous. Yeah.
All right, that's all I got.
I thankfully my friend at the comic store thankfully notified me that I am getting all the dork covers. They thankfully sold out of most, but not all of some of the variants. So I'll have those waiting this weekend when I go to pick them up. But got those. I've got the Chris P on the way. I've got the other one from EGCC, I think it was.
The mail cover, awesome.
Yes, the mail cover. So yeah, and the Chris Zulo bundle as well, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I cannot wait to celebrate Dork. I was hyping it up as much as possible. So
yeah, and Chrissy actually auctioned hers off on her site, the cover for her Dork. Yeah. And I was the underbidder. There was someone that really wanted that cover. So I don't know if they're on watching us now, but congratulations, I say, through gritted teeth. So
yeah. It was a valiant effort, she said. So
yeah, Jay Gonzo has also had, the Laura Presto's Comics. I don't want to butcher the shop name, but they had Jay Gonzo on there the other day with the other Dork cover, and I believe it's sold out on there as the Whatnot show.
It's sold out on their site. Buddy of mine in Utah, Mel, you met him at the last Utah show, Skottie.
Oh, yeah.
He was a retail partner. So if you go on Whatnot to Skottie Dew, DEW, like Mountain Dew, he should have some still.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah. If you're missing that one. And I should have put all those variants up too. I didn't put all the extra ones that deserve it just as much. So
if they're sold out, I'll have 10 of them at the live show with Brett. I'm making a trade with him 10 for 10. So I'll have 10 of them available.
That's fair.
Signed by Brett at the live show.
Very nice.
Okay.
All right, guys. I think I'm going to bounce. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mel.
Seriously, we greatly appreciate it, Mel.
No, pleasure was all mine. Like I said, when I get a chance just to be me, those are the best ones. So thank you for the opportunity. Had a blast.
Yeah, glad we could hear that.
Hopefully catch you guys at a show soon. Thanks for everybody tuned in. I appreciate you listening to all my
it was a pleasure. It was an absolute pleasure, Mel.
Love listening, yeah.
Welcome back anytime, good buddy.
All right. We'll see you soon. Guys, take care.
Mel. See ya.
Peace.
I realized, so I made this mistake with the earlier slide, and I corrected it. I forgot to on this one. This does not release tomorrow, the Magic and Colossus. That releases today. I made the slides yesterday, so I was like, oh, it's tomorrow, when I knew we would have the show today. So
that's funny. Shane just popped on. It's like Mel was never on the show. This is you living a lie.
Well, there you go. Ryan will be at Planet as well. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Yeah, such a awesome person, like you said, Chris. Mel, definitely, just a genuinely good guy. So
Jamie Jones runs the longest for 4 hours.
Yes, Jamie. Yeah, can stand.
This is hitting. Jared Cullum, I think, is the other one that has it's 3 hours. So
his was close too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've tracked 11 once. That one was a rough one.
He almost made it to the end too. We've only got a handful of slides left, so he did good there. So
he's a trooper. And I really appreciate you hanging around, Chris, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you all both have busy schedules, so this is awesome for you all to give us this much time.
Yeah.
I've been secretly responding to emails about commission.
Okay. That's awesome.
I like it.
Hope they're loading him up. I really do.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He's got a pretty good list. That the first batch that he sent pictures of was the first round I sent him. And I should have another round going out to him probably tomorrow.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Skeff saying I'll take your message. Yeah,
shoot me a message with what you want.
Yeah, I definitely, with the reveal, I mean, I didn't need the reveal, but yeah, with those K-pop books, for sure, I'm going to need a sketch or 2 or 3 or 4, however many.
all the sketches.
I want to say those are in my lunar shipment set to be delivered this Friday.
Awesome.
Ooh, very good.
Either this Friday or next Friday. So
hold on a second. We're jumping back here.
Are we going to
try to
We're on 54. Just got to remember that.
The only way out is in. So we're there. We go. First try. Look
at that.
There you go. QR code works too, Shane. Scan that baby and you'll go right to Chris's site. And
Sorry, I'm
you'll
coming in there for a second. Thank you, Skiff. Appreciate you hanging out and
Yes, sir.
making yourself.
Have a good night, Skeff. Thanks for the headache.
That's a good response. Yeah.
That's probably the most appropriate one that we've.
But yeah, scan the QR
Bruce.
code. It'll take you there.
Absolutely.
Bruce, am I coming to Utah? There's a chance I'll be at NostalgiaCon with Mel, but not a very good one because I'll be at MegaCon the following weekend.
Most welcome. Y'all the best. No, you're the best.
No. So the other book's coming out February 18th. Of course, we have I Hate Fairyland, issue 48, the conclusion of the three-story arc of the BFF and the Skottie monster, and then Generation X23, which I realized when someone told me live on the air that that's two X23s. That's not the same one cut in half. So that showed my ignorance. So, but awesome covers by Skottie and Derek.
Yes.
Hopefully Derek will be able to return soon.
Well, and just to go back to just Wade Wilson Deadpool #1 there that releases next Wednesday. So
yeah, thank you.
Another silly fun one there. So
yeah, the rain cloud, great. So all these,
yeah.
And then of course today's issue is Dork Day, Dork issue 1. Yeah. Today's the day, Dork. I love the.
Because what's funny is so I covered it underneath is the thing that says releases tomorrow, and I was like, nope, today's the day. It's not tomorrow. So today is Dork Day.
Fixed it in post.
Did y'all read that? I think I got the email about 1:00 this afternoon, already going to a second print.
Oh, it's coming up here. He added the slide in there.
I had to add that because we've got the cover A, we've got cover B, Jorge Corona, open order, cover C, Jason Howard, open order. Yeah. Of course, D, Ryan Otley, the 1 in 25, and then the 1 in 50, Ryan Stegman. All fantastic, great covers.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the blank open order sketch cover, which, again, I cannot wait to get. Definitely going to have to get a sketch or two or, off this one as well.
Comment of the night right here.
Yeah, it'll be released yesterday, exactly. But as Chris was saying, the big news is that it is an immediate sellout. We are getting a second printing. You have to pre-order by February the 9th, so you got 5 days.
5 days.
I will be getting this in for sure. Love this cover. Again, for anybody who's only read the Ashcan, we only got 10 pages, so I'm very intrigued by this split face thing that's going on here without having read the first issue yet. But I cannot say how excited I am enough for this to be the case. It's what everyone was hoping for, I'm sure, especially Brett, creating it and being his first creator-owned comic. But it's just super exciting to see. So.
Well, after reading the prophecy on the back of the book, like the tagline for the prophecy, this makes so much sense. The light and dark that's going to bring an end to all things. Yeah. It's just kind of like the two sides. This is such a great cover. So, yeah, I put down for 2 copies at my comic shop, Chief Comics. So I didn't realize 5 days is not a lot of time. So hopefully everybody can get it. Chris, are you ordering some of these, Chris? Did you say you put your order in, or I couldn't?
I haven't put my order in. I do have them for pre-sale on my website.
I got you. Okay.
So if anyone doesn't have an LCS,
exactly,
you can order on the website.
Perfect. I was trying to promote your shop there if you had them. So I thought you had said you were going to. So awesome.
Yeah, they're up as soon as they released the cover. I was trolling Lunar's site and posted it. So.
That's awesome.
Bruce, I got you.
Great cover.
Awesome piece over.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
making money live.
Love
on
it.
That's what I like to see. You got 2. Can somebody give me 3? Can someone give me?
Oh, I don't really know. This was an extra slide. I must have just accidentally left in. So
you can't get enough of that slide though. That's a good book.
It is a good. Yeah, it's bigger.
You could show that cover 5 more times and I would be okay.
Oh, I also like that. I know I did get it in there.
No,
part of me is hoping that he has the original for that when I go see him in LA at the end of the month. Because I would love to have that.
We're super excited. To be able to hopefully get a look at some of that OA come next week. So especially with how he said, again, he's not doing everything traditionally with this one, just because again, time constraints with all the projects. So I'll be curious to see what he has available.
Thank you, Jerry. So. This was all Tyler's idea. So he does love the new template, the previews catalog for guests coming up. So
just a fun nod to previews. Rest in peace. For upcoming guest for next show. So as we said, we've got Brett Bean, February 11th next week.
The Bean.
the work again does not release tomorrow. It releases today. I was just time traveling is all, but yeah, super excited. We'll hopefully everybody will be able to get to read that before next week, and then again, hopefully we'll be able to show off some of that original art. Talk to Brett about, just how the comic has been received, what's coming up, anything he can kind of talk about. Dustin, I'm sure will poke and prod to get as much as possible out of Brett.
We're really trying to get him to show I can't talk. I'm sorry, my mouth is really dry. I ran out of drink, as I call my drink, about an hour ago. So, but we're really trying to get him to show the art next week, like the original black and whatever inked art he's got for Dork 1, since it will have been out for a week. And the other thing is, if you don't have a local comic shop, or if you got it in order and it's not going to be in by next week and you don't want to be spoiled, Kindle or Amazon releases their digital order on February 11th. So next Tuesday night at midnight, or technically Wednesday morning, go download it, read it, and come prepared for the show and prepare for the excitement. And
well, I was going to say, in preparation for that as well, we have a giveaway that Dustin came up with, which I think was a really incredible idea. Brett also shared it, said that he loved it. So to be entered for the giveaway, you just have to post a picture of yourself picking up a copy of Dork at your LCS. Yes, Papa Dustin. Oh, gosh.
I refer to us as Brett's two papas last week. So
I
don't know if you remember that.
Never want to come on the show after hearing that. So
it might get brought up once or twice next week.
But yes, so to post a picture of yourself picking up a copy of Dork at your LCS, we've had a handful of people, including Britton. Yes, Britton's already entered. Britton's loving his giveaways. Everybody loves a giveaway.
All about the merch.
I didn't know if you want to put a disclaimer, because you put that. I did like that the store is sold out. Have your shop worker hold up a sign saying "Out of Dork."
Yeah.
But probably disclaimer. Don't ask your store. They'd probably be like, "What? What is this for?"
I wanted the commitment for it. I wanted people to really want it, because the prize. Did you put the picture of the prize on here? I couldn't remember if we even.
No, I didn't. I don't know if I had. Yeah. What is the prize? Do you have
the sold out copy of the Remark Dork Ashcan will be the prize?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Brett is holding on to it. He will ship it to whoever the winner is. So we bought one of the last copies of it to hand out to give away for the winner next week. So.
Yes.
No assist.
Yeah, it's such a great. Again, the Ashcan is so cool. Again, this comic is blown up. That'll be something special to have for this. So,
hold on. A second.
Oh yeah, Dustin was gonna say I have mine somewhere nearby, but not quite able to grab it. But
I don't have
super cool. He was able to find like 5 more, I think it was. So something like that.
I don't think I have a remarked copy, but I know my copy is handy.
Oh, he's got his graded one too. So
9.2.
Yep. Don't look at the grade.
Look away. But the Dork. But this is what you will get: a Dork Remark. You won't get a graded copy, but it'll be a Dork Ashcan with an original Dork Remark by Brett.
That is a great question, Brewski. So you'll want to go to the Skottie Young Appreciation Facebook group. Again, it's for anything, everything Skottie Young. Oh, sorry, I can bring you down now.
Thank you.
Anything, everything Skottie Young. So you'll just be able to post it there, post a picture of you picking it up, and you'll be entered in the next show. I'm assuming Dustin. I'm not keeping track of these. I'm assuming Dustin's keeping track.
Oh no, I'm not keeping track at all. But I'll have to go back. I'm going to do a spreadsheet, and I'm going to go back and make sure I get everybody, and I want everybody to have a chance at it. You got till next Wednesday to do it and to get entered for the
we'll probably throw you on the wheel of good buddies. So
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Bruce said his local comic shop's an hour away, but he did order some from my website. Can he submit a picture of his receipt showing the items?
As long as you purchase a copy from a legitimate shop like that Chris P Comics, I'll allow it, because I want to support.
And Jerry, I might have 1 in 25 left on my website. That might be the only thing.
Ooh.
I will have signed copies of the 1 in 25 and 1 in 50 with that live.
With the show.
Yeah.
I do wish we had a better way of jumping between quickly. Again, I could just bring up the. I'll look for it. We're on 64. Oh, here we go. I got it.
I can post the link.
Nope. There we go.
There we go.
Scan that. Get the link posted. Yeah, and then you can scan that too.
I'll have every single copy available signed. It'll all be flash sale, so it's fixed price. I won't have all the exclusives, but
okay,
it'll be fixed price, so you don't have to worry about bidding. Just
wow, yeah, I didn't realize that.
Everything comes signed. I think I've got 40 cover A's, 20 of the other open orders, B, C, B and C, 20 of the Stegman, and 10 or 10-ish of the, 10-ish of the Stegman, 20 of the Otley. Wrong Ryan. Sorry.
Wow.
the Ryans. Yeah. I hope you have a complete sellout, man. This is a great book.
Awesome.
And
again,
that's awesome
the first big signed sell with Brett being with Dork. So yeah, it's gonna be that should be an awesome one. So
and we'll be promoting it next week too when Brett's on here. So yeah, you'll get
we'll be doing all sorts of stuff. He sent me 15 sketch covers.
Oh wow.
I've got to load up. So
that's
that Yoda one is great. Oh,
these will all be available. I just have to get them loaded. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow.
I'm enjoying this part, just seeing these. Which there's a little bit of glare in that.
I hadn't. Oh, that's really cool.
That's
that one is.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So I think he's even going to let me run his heavy metal, which is not safe for work.
Yeah.
He didn't send me it in this picture, but he emailed me pricing. So you won't see it on here.
Oh man, Howard the Duck, love it.
My goodness, he loaded you up.
Yeah, I was saying some of these I haven't seen in a while, so
we'll be running all those. This one I might buy before it runs. Just fair warning.
That is understandable.
That's fair.
I have been eyeing the Swamp Thing for like the last 3 shows I saw him at, and just never got around to picking it up. So it'll be a crazy show. He's talking about maybe pulling his $200 I Hate Fairyland pages, and we might just do random pull Fairyland pages. So
those are great too. Again, if people haven't got one of those, that's again such a great opportunity to get a piece of original art.
For that price point too, is just
Jerry, what did you get, Jerry? You got the Rocket Raccoon head sketch, according to my notes.
Yes.
So if you want to, I can ship you.
And then Jerry got the one giveaway. That was it.
The rocket.
The Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. You'd have to wait on the rocket, but I can just ship the Otley to you, and then I'll have your address, and I can ship you the rocket.
Oh, sweet.
So that works out. And I think I've got one left in my inventory. I think that's the last one I can sell before the show.
Awesome.
So
love watching it happen live.
I do my best. Brewski in here, he messaged me right shortly after we went live asking about the 1 in 50. I was like, let me get back to you. I'm live on Skottie Talk. So he came over here and hung out instead.
That's great. Well, we appreciate it. Yeah. So
I told you I was free all night, but that doesn't disqualify from messaging here and there.
I was looking at Mel's Instagram account most of the night, so we're so.
Jerry, it's just a head sketch. Just a head sketch. If I have a rocket blank, I can throw it in. I don't know that I do, though. I'd have to check my blank.
Oh, yeah, if that's what he came with the comic book.
In Dubcat, if you want to do that, I've got your dork sitting right here.
Awesome. Bought and paid for.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet,
and on March 11th, we'll be having Maxi Dallo on, or Dalio. We'll make sure we get his name pronounced correctly. We're going to meet him at OAX here in a couple of weeks. The piece on the right there is his auction piece for Absolute Batman.
So good.
That I think Tyler's going to make a hard run at.
I'm gonna have to see what all these now that they open pre-bidding up. I'll be curious to see what it starts at there. But it's such a great piece. So very tempting.
Looking forward to having Maxi on. He'll be the first time that he'll be on the show, and he'll be directly after OAX, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks afterwards. So we want to really see some of the commissions that he's loaded up for OAX and kind of review those over the show. Plus his book and his new book that's out. and we'll
Power Fantasy, yeah.
yeah, get into a little bit more detail on that as well.
I'll have my commission, so I can't. I'm looking forward to it. So
Me too.
yeah.
There we go. Want to make sure and
So that's
highlight.
for M Dubcat. I forget what my name is on YouTube. I think it's the same, but
You'll find it though.
I
You'll
just-
It is, yeah, yep.
oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I just started making everything uniform because I'm really bad at social media. So
Oh, he said he can wait till the head sketch is done to get the dork. You don't have to rush shipping the book.
Okay.
is what he's saying.
I got you.
So, save on shipping.
I
So
got
that'll-
you, Jerry.
Awesome, Jerry. Jerry's such a good dude.
Very
So
cool.
we've almost hit the end of the show. Chris, you've made it with us this whole time. We're just a few away. So hopefully, as we had talked about earlier at Heroes, that you can maybe get free on Thursday night to come hang out with us wherever our meetup is. Maybe Buffalo Wild Wings, maybe somewhere else. We don't know yet. It's a crapshoot. So you're more than welcome to bring anybody because we just a bunch of guys hanging out. That's what this show started from. Is me and Tyler meeting at Heroes and enjoying each
Yep.
other's company, but living 12
Eating
hours
chicken
away.
tenders.
So this is what this show came from. And who would have ever thought we'd be interviewing artists like Mel Milton and having guys like yourself on the big time?
I know,
region.
yeah.
So this
Not
is
at all.
this is a fever dream for us that we hope never ends. We like a Twilight Zone. We're going to wake up and realize it was all a dream and there is no Tyler.
It was weird. I get very heavy senses of deja vu every now and then. And
Yeah.
about like an hour ago during the show, I was like, oh my gosh, I've done this before. Like I got hit with that super heavy wave and I was like, man, I'm reliving this moment again for some reason. So
Well, if this is my purgatory, I don't want it to end. This is such a great
I
thing.
think
don't blame
Steph
you.
is the only part of the purgatory. So
Yeah. All right. So if anybody wants to be on the show and hang out with us, much like Chris, much like Mel, much like Brett next week, shoot me or Tyler a message on the Skottie Young Appreciation Group. He's Tyler Laracy. I'm Dustin Whitney. And again, that boy Chris P Comics,
Yep.
Chris Peden is the gentleman in the middle. Please go out and support him and support Mel in all their future endeavors. And we cannot thank them enough for coming on here and hanging out with us for 3 hours, which we hopefully wasn't, too rough on either one of them.
again, yeah, we've tried to be better. We know how daunting the long shows can be. So we've, tried to
We're trying.
put in the break, do all that stuff, to let people know, you stay as long as you want. We're just here promoting
Absolutely.
you kind of a deal. But we always appreciate, when you stay on longer than necessary, as we'd say. But thank you so much. Thank you for bringing Mel on. Like he said, he doesn't do a lot of shows, it seems. So we're glad we were able to accommodate the both of you in terms of, giving a space that's just more relaxed and chill and just kind of hanging out and talking about art rather than, grilling for, hard questions. I guess we brought up Smurfs, but thankfully didn't have the visual for that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodged the bullet on that
He's-
one. So,
I'm used to the 3 hour plus time. Like I said, when we're
There
at
you go.
conventions, even if we're on Whatnot for 2 hours, we're up for another 2 or 3 hours just catching up and talking about life. So it's nothing for him to sit and have a 3 to 4 hour conversation and nobody realizes where the time went.
Yeah.
we know that feeling very much so.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. That's what these shows, have kind of become. But yeah, it's always a pleasure and a blast. So yeah, thank you for coming on, Brewski,
welcome,
for joining
dude.
the group and hanging out with us. We always love having new people. We love seeing the familiar faces, but always love having new people as well. So
Absolutely. Just to give a heads up for anybody else, we didn't have slides for them because we don't have dates yet, but we got
Yes.
Brett and Maxie coming on, but we've also got Jared Cullum and Zach Rosenberg, the creative team behind the new Yuzaki 84 book, the very first book that Stan Sakai has entrusted with someone else to create. Those two guys, we're really looking forward to picking their brains. And of course, for future episodes, we've got, Justin Mason, Jeffrey Brown, and a few others that are in the working. So come back, hang out with us. If it's not, it's just me and Tyler hanging here talking nerdy stuff for 2 hours. So you're welcome to attend anytime you want. Chris, Mel, anytime y'all want to come back, please let us know to promote anything. Thank you very much for having on. Anything else you want to add before we call it a
say
night,
anything you
Chris?
want to plug? Yeah.
Not that I know of. Buy Dork. Buy Dork. Cover A while you can.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, that's really it. There might be a Mel Milton exclusive at MegaCon. It's been in the works for years and years. Not
Oh,
really,
wow.
like 7 months.
That's long. It feels like years sometimes.
I'm sure. Yeah, it feels
In
that
comic
way, yeah.
terms, it's years and years. He always makes the face of my watch.
Oh,
So,
I love that. That's so cool.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
only
cool.
sneak. That's the only sneak peek you get.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
Very
So-
cool.
I got you.
Supposedly, it will be coming out for MegaCon.
Okay.
will
Seth
see.
has already claimed it. Shane's already claimed it. So you've got.
I just
sales
say, yeah,
already
Seth
on
and I will be there at the show for sure. So yeah, I'll definitely be sure to grab that if it hopefully
Yeah.
comes out. So
I've got to make a phone call, but the other retailers on the West Coast. So actually, now is probably the perfect time to call them.
perfect how that works out then. Yeah, awesome. Well, fingers crossed for it. And like Dustin was saying, thank you again for coming on. Thank you everybody for watching. We always appreciate it. Again, we'll have Brett on next week. We have that giveaway. So if you haven't, again, get yourself in the group, get a picture with that comic book, get a picture with the receipt if you have it from people like
Yes.
Chris P. Hopefully to have you on, with next week and be able to see some of that original art, maybe, fingers crossed, and get to hear from Brett everything about Dork, and go read it if you haven't picked it up. I got to pick up mine this weekend. But until then, as we always like to say, stay fresh, live messy, and we'll catch y'all on the next show.
Thank you all for having us.